Hello. Are you waxing your head? What was happening there?
No, that's cocoa butter. But I took the brand off because, they're not paying me to advertise for them.
Fair. Well, happy Monday, everyone. We made it. I'm a little less happy. Tomorrow's my first day back at work after summer. Oh. And so my sleeping till like 9 or 10 a.m. has come to an end
no
tonight. And I tried to prep for it. I was like, no matter how late I stay up last night, I'm going to set my alarm, get up. I set my alarm. I got up and I promptly went right back to sleep. So we'll see how it goes tonight, guys.
I do not blame you at all.
No, it's awful. It's the worst. Like the first 2 weeks are the worst transition, but we made it through. We are here to watch Rogue One so we can figure out what happens after the end of
who knows?
I don't know what happens.
Rogue One and Andor, being the prequels that they are, on paper they shouldn't work. But because it's such a known thing. Like these movies, what was it, 1977 the first A New Hope came out. So it's not even it's crazy that these films worked as well as they did.
No, I wish you could see my tortoise right now. He put himself in the corner and then knocked his house over on top of himself. So he's just trapped himself in his little sleep cocoon.
Perfect. I would like to be trapped in a sleep cocoon. Speaking of things that don't work on paper and are trapped, hold on one second. Look, here comes an awesome guest.
Hello.
You like
I forget about it every time. That's
my favorite part.
That's my favorite part too. I can sign up. We can be done. That's the show, everybody.
It makes everyone come in smiling. I know, Rosa. It's been forever. I haven't seen that name in chat. I missed you. How are you?
Hey, Rosa.
Anyway, Darren M. Bush, author, extravagant nerd, Glenn, geeky hippie, and Joe Urso. Yeah, Joe Urso of Twatcast. 1/3 of the Twatcast lineup.
That's
Welcome, friends.
Oh, well, thank you.
How are you lovely people doing this evening?
Doing great.
Awake, alive, and coherent mostly.
Yeah, I'm also tired.
I laid down for a half-hour nap and I slept for 4 hours.
Yay, an Aaron. Oh, that's good. What? It's a Rapunzel too. Yay. So we're all finished with Rogue One, which I think all of you guested for at least one episode for, right?
Yeah,
I think
Andor.
Andor. I mean Andor. Yeah.
Andor. Yeah.
I really enjoyed season 2, and it's just I went and watched a ton between yesterday and today. I watched every single interview that I could find, all of the extras and stuff like that for Rogue One, and a bunch for Andor too. And seeing the way that they spoke about the movie when it first came out, and then the show, and Cassian then to Cassian now was pretty interesting. First of all, did you guys know that when they originally pitched this movie, the guy that had the original idea for it was an ILM model maker?
I did know that.
Yeah.
He pitched it as... Oh, sorry. Well, the title that he originally pitched it as was Destroyer of Worlds.
Okay.
Because it was originally a little bit more focused on the Death Star.
John Knoll and his brother invented Adobe Photoshop.
Wow.
They created the original software that became Adobe Photoshop.
That's interesting.
Doing it for ILM.
Oh, for ILM. Okay. I was like, are we just shouting out random factoids at this point?
It was while he was working at ILM, and they were trying to develop stuff to do, visual graphics.
Okay.
And him and his brother is a coder, and so he got with his brother, and they put together what became Photoshop years later.
Okay. The ILM has come up with has invented many modern and even some some things that are out of date at this point. Like like most of digital effects and digital special effects for film and TV come from ILM, which is crazy. Star Wars invented a lot of the stuff for that.
She's not wrong. Tangents are kind of our thing.
That is true. You're not wrong. Glenn was trying to get us to go off on a tangent real early.
Real fast.
Before the movie even started.
Yeah. Me? Did I do that?
That doesn't sound like Glenn.
We do have a couple of orders of business to get to first. First, what movie won our poll for next week's Real Night that we'll be watching a movie. So we're doing 2 this time because Rogue One was just too perfect to pass it. Like we had to do Rogue One after.
Kind of a part of it.
Yeah. And then I was like, I still want to watch, like, I want to do another, like, just a not Star Wars thing, like it's not Star Wars movie. So I, threw up the other films. But what one was? It's inconceivable.
Stop it.
I'm very excited. I haven't watched Princess Bride in like over a year, probably. I love this movie.
We just watched it with our kids, Tom.
It's fantastic.
Have family in town. So I was not going to be here, but maybe I'm going to have to come late. It is literally one of my favorite movies ever. I love it so much.
Movie. I love Mandy Patinkin too. That's Inigo Montoya.
Yeah.
Totally not Spanish in any way.
That's true.
He is an old American Jewish man.
They they did a good job.
Yeah. I
bought it.
I mean, like, as problematic casting white people in non-white roles is, it's the least problematic version of that. I think
not back then. It wasn't. That's what they did for everything.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, forget about who's the guy that played that really bad stereotypical Asian guy with the was it
Mickey Rooney?
Oh, Mickey Rooney. That's what it was. He's wearing the glasses and he's got the hair and he does got the buck teeth. Oh my god, he looks like the Looney Tunes characters when they used to do that shit back in the day. Oh, yeah. And
but in real life,
anytime I see that or hear that, all I could think of is what's his name from How I Met Your Mother? Jason Segel.
Jason Segel,
yeah. In that movie that he made with Paul Rudd.
Was that Sarah Marshall?
Well, it was either Sarah
Marshall
You,
is that I Love You Man?
Or I Love You Man. It was one of the two.
I Love You Man. I can't remember.
Yeah. I honestly, I'm glad I don't want to say I'm glad we're not doing Star Wars still, but Solo was one of my definitely in my top.
You gotta do Rogue One. Like you can't watch Andor season 2 and then not want to continue to see more Andor. Yeah. But I can get wanting to get off Star Wars after that.
That's fair. The our friend also as another fun aside for Star Wars, one of our local friends, her daughter, who's like 14, 15, came to her and was like, I want to watch the original Star Wars movies. And she decided, like they said, after talking about it a little bit, they settled on watching the prequels first. And her daughter's like in love with Star Wars now.
Oh, yeah.
And
interesting.
It made her so happy.
I wonder how watching the prequels first went.
I got to talk to her about it because I'm interested myself.
Yeah. I showed my daughter the original trilogy. I haven't shown my son yet. He's still too little. But
yeah, that's fair.
I feel like Darth Vader would terrify him.
What did she think of the original trilogy?
She loved them, honestly. But I think I want to show her the prequels, but the third one's a little. She's only 6.
Yeah,
so, the third one's a little that's a little.
Well, you could show her the first 2 and then watch Clone Wars, and that should take a long time.
That's true. That would take a long time. You're right.
Yeah. By the time you finish that, she'll be like 8.
Yeah, she'll be
8,
way
9,
older.
Maybe depending on how long you make it take. You could drag that out. You could even watch Rebels too after that, and then watch.
Yeah, you're right. And then watch it.
See, these are the only kind of ideas I have.
That's not a bad. That's a good plan. I like that plan.
You'll want to watch episode 3 before the finale, the final season of
the season.
Clone Wars,
the last season. Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of Darren, you also have a daughter. Is she into? I know she's into a lot of nerd stuff.
Yeah,
because we met her at Conjuration, where she was on many a panel about all kinds of stuff. But is she into Star Wars or any of the other kind of nerd things that you're into?
So my daughter's name is Juliana. She is an adult now, which just is frightening.
Is insanity, I know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just but no, she was she definitely was brought up by nerds and is a big old nerd. But she was that's where she and Tom met. She was my aide de camp at Conjuration, where she was my assistant. Literally, she would walk in the room and sweet tea would appear on the panel table in front of me, and then she would just disappear. It was like magic. But no,
so you have something to look forward to, Joe.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
recommend it. Right, get him going young. But no, she's a Star Wars fan. She loves the fact that I'm a big old Star Wars nerd.
Yay!
And she's definitely a Star Wars fan. And I'm going to change the subject slightly because some of you will commiserate with me. She doesn't like Star Trek.
Oh, that is rough.
I'm with you, Darren.
Have you asked yourself where you failed? Where did you
fail?
Thank you. Thank you for the judgment there. Appreciate that. No,
that's terrible. Has she seen like more than one? Like, has she tried to watch it, or just not even?
I haven't had a chance to. Thank you for the condolences. I haven't had a chance to get back around and try and get her to introduce her to the parts of Star Trek that sort of match her personality and what her taste is. Like I love having these like old school nerd conversations about, all right, I've been watching Star Trek or Star Wars since the beginning or whatever it is. Yeah. How do I get my child to love it? Watching the very first episode of the very first Star Trek show is not what I would recommend.
Yeah,
definitely.
Starting with episode like 4 of Star Wars probably will work, but I think starting with episode 1 is a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it depends on their age too. I think. Like, I probably could have done better by starting with the prequels as well, but because she's only 6. But
yeah,
I knew I could show her all the originals without like worrying about it really.
My son's seen the first 2 of them. He thinks the whole thing is about C-3PO, so that's what he took out of it.
That's funny.
In the current age where everybody's afraid of spoilers, I would say it's actually probably better to watch at least through Empire Strikes Back before jumping back to the prequels, because
that's kind of why I didn't want to do it. I wanted her to be surprised. Yeah.
See, I disagree, especially for like little kids now. Like, they're not. I feel like we're so far disconnected from Star Wars, like as being spoiled on the things that have been out for so long. The Machete Order is good. I don't know if I think I remember the Machete Order. I'm not sure if it's the one that I'm about to say or not, but the one I like particularly.
It's what Glenn was just kind of saying. It's like 4 or 5, and then you watch 1, 2, 3, and then you watch.
No,
6.
okay, so no, yeah.
Like, it's like chopped up.
Yeah,
I like.
It's the Machete name.
I like doing especially for kids now, introducing them to the prequels first, but not episode 3. So doing episode 1, episode 2. Then watching Clone Wars and or Rebels if you can get them to watch it, because it will endear them to Anakin so much more. And then when you watch episode 3, then you watch episode 1, episode 2, then you watch Clone Wars and or Rebels if they, if you want to sit through that. Then
Rebels
you watch episode 4, episode 5. And in episode 5 is when you get the I am your father for Vader. Then you go back and watch episode 3, and it's like that hits so much harder because you have a kid, they got attached to Anakin, especially if they watch Clone Wars, and then they find out that Luke, that Vader's Luke's father, and then they find out that Vader's Anakin, and like oh god, yeah, like I feel like that would hit so much harder for a kid.
The only change I would really make to that is I would wait on Rebels until after episode 3.
Rebels could be done after for sure.
But,
I agree.
I would say so. Watch, episodes 1, 2, then seasons 1 through 6 of Clone Wars, episode 3, season 7 of Clone Wars, and then continue from back.
Yeah,
back.
Where does Rogue One go in there?
Right after you want.
See, Rogue One's tough though because like. I love Andor as a show, and like introducing like an adult to the Star Wars universe through Andor, like someone who isn't into Star Wars, I think Andor's a great show to introduce people to because it's such a not Star Wars Star Wars show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Without hitting you in the face with like the Force
Right.
and like, you know, random stuff and like words and aliens and things like that, you know, people don't know. Like and it's more gritty and real than any of the films or the cartoons. Is this the wow, okay.
As opposed to a machete, a Cuisinart.
Oh,
Cuisinart.
Cuisinart.
I think that says Cuisinart.
Yeah, I was like, is that what
Ian,
word is that?
That's the Huttese word for kitchen appliance that shreds vegetables.
That perfect.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
It really gets complicated when you're trying to figure out what order to watch Andor and Rebels. Like, do you watch them separately? Do you interlace them, like an episode of Andor, episode of Rebels, back and forth?
Yeah, you could do them at
Because
this.
those
I
are
wouldn't go
happening
back and forth.
concurrently. They're
I wouldn't go
concurrent.
back and forth for
I
sure.
mean, if you're coming off of Clone Wars, it might be it's easier to stick with a cartoon before you jump back to live action.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
true.
just watch Rebels and then watch Andor.
Yeah.
Well, but also,
Especially
I
when
Or
those
skip
are-
right to Rogue One, depending. I don't know. Again, it depends on the age. Like Violet
Yeah.
probably wouldn't care about Andor at all.
Not at all.
Like this is
She'd
too serious
probably
and
get
scary
bored.
and not. Yeah, probably get bored.
Well, yeah, but also like there's that entire episode of Andor that's nothing but reading the subtitles. You're going to lose some kids and some adults
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
unless they're invested.
Yeah, especially nowadays with the people,
Okay.
especially the adults.
So we're encouraging random Star Wars information. Is that correct?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, so
Or just
I'm-
talk about Photoshop for a minute, Darren.
I mean, after Photoshop, this is definitely related.
Don't
right?
forget about Premiere. Gotta get
I'm
Premiere.
I'm listening to the audiobook of Heretics of Dune by Frank Herbert, book 5 of the
Okay.
Dune series. And I went, wait, hold on. I had to rewind because he's got this manufacturing process that generates something called the 3POs. And I went, wait a second. That book was published in 1984. It's a Star Wars Easter egg in the Dune books.
I mean, there's
That's
enough
nice.
Dune Easter eggs in Star Wars. So.
Yeah. Frank did return the favor.
Yeah, why not? I think that's fine.
Cool.
Yep.
I did not know
3POs.
that.
I'm just dyslexic. I don't know what it is about I like having subtitles on and I'm not hard of hearing. Like I have a little bit of hearing loss because I did construction for so long, but like it's not even that. I need the subtitles. I don't know what it is. I really have to have subtitles on. Very helpful
Can't
for
stand them.
me.
Same here. I've got good hearing, but I prefer subtitles.
You and Aaron are in the same boat, Joe.
Well,
Yeah, can't stand them.
there's that moment in Return of the Jedi where Bib Fortuna goes from Huttese to English to Huttese to English.
Yeah.
And I'm like, put the subtitles on for
There's
that
a
scene.
deep cut Bib Fortuna. That's the very pale Twi'lek. I think
It's
he's a
it's
Twi'lek.
the wrapped around his neck, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
If he's not a Twi'lek, he looks like a very pale Twi'lek.
Right.
That's one of
He's
Jabba's
definitely a Twi'lek.
An
Yeah, he is
albino.
definitely a Twi'lek.
Jabba's henchman.
Major Domo.
Do you remember one of his other henchmen's name? Salacious Crumb.
Yeah, Salacious Crumb.
Okay.
That's the little guy, right?
I thought you were after Klaatu, Barada, and Nikto.
Klaatu
Those
Barada.
three. And Nikto.
That's a saying from something, isn't it?
Dave, the
Yes,
Earth
it
Stood Still.
is. Yep.
What was it from?
Dave, the Earth Stood Still.
Dave, that's what I thought.
It's
But-
from Photoshop version 3.
It's never gonna go away.
That's the
Never gonna go.
actually
I
you
love
have to
Joe.
type that in order to certify your license before
I
you can get
knew it.
uploads.
I know it.
And reverse is also correct because it was also an Army of Darkness, but that's not where it originated.
That's fair. Yay, reverse. What's up, buddy? All right. Before we go off on another tangent, let's start this movie because it is like 2 hours and 20 minutes. So I'll give everyone a couple of minutes to get it queued up. I'm gonna share the link for the watch party. As per always, this is a legit web extension that if you haven't watched with us that we use, it's called Teleparty. It's not like a third party thing. It's not illegal. It was made by Netflix, and they just allow all of the other platforms to use it. So let me make sure I'm the only one that has the power. There we go. And I will post the link in all of the chats now so that you guys can join the watch party. There we go. And for those who don't want to watch through Disney Plus, want to follow along, I will have the timer on my screen right there. Okay. Back to our nonsense here. So one of the other fun facts that I found in my research was the guy that they got to stand in for the CG that they did for Tarkin for this. You know how they did like the face thing? So when they did it, they actually wanted, first of all, like you still want an actor because, you know, you can't just get a random person. Like you need someone that can act because the rest of his body is his. But they found somebody that looks remarkably like the original actor too. Here. There he is. He's actually, and this is the shot that I found of him. He plays, I think he's the minister. He's the Minister of Magic, the last Minister of Magic that he's basically just being mind controlled the whole time in Harry Potter. But he does look a lot like.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
similar facial structure, similar bone structure. His
look at those eyebrows.
I mean, in a couple of years, they won't need him to do CGI.
That's true.
Isn't that Guy Henry?
Yeah, Guy Henry. Yeah.
Third person to play Moff Tarkin.
Yeah. Who did the voice in the cartoons? I forgot.
I think Sam Witwer might have done the voice. I'm not sure, but I know that I just had his name. Wayne Pygram, who played Scorpio on Farscape, was the face under the makeup, just standing there on the Star Destroyer deck next to Vader.
Okay.
I don't think he had a line though.
There was another fun cameo that I found for this one. Where is the image? The person that they got to be in the suit for Vader was also in Guardians of the Galaxy. So the guy that's in the Vader suit, if you remember the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, when Peter Quill gets arrested with everybody, there's a security guard that kind of steals his Walkman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that would be, where is he? These pictures don't want to open up on the right screen. They keep opening up on the wrong monitor. There it is. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, there's another person from Guardians of the Galaxy that's in the Star Wars.
There it is.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He's the guy that's in the suit at the end of this movie for in the Vader suit.
Interesting.
That I didn't know, but that scene where in Guardians with this guy and they're doing the whole, you know, and Star-Lord flips the camera off.
Yeah.
The other guy
that was improvised, by the way.
Yeah, Peter Serafinowicz did the original voice for Darth Maul in the Phantom Menace.
Oh, right, because that's not Ray Park's voice in the movie, right? Yeah, I knew that.
His voice is too squeaky.
Yeah. Oh man,
Perfect
Ray
for
Park,
Toad, not for Darth Maul.
I was about to say he's got the worst line in like almost any movie. Oh no. He doesn't have the line. I'm sorry. Halle Berry says it
Storm,
to him.
Storm.
Yeah. What is she says? I like how you knew immediately. Everyone knows.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
She said something like, "You know what happens to a toad?" Right there you go.
Yeah. The same thing that happens to everything else. Like,
the same thing that happens to everything else is so dumb.
It's the worst fucking line ever in a movie.
Okay, so speaking of Farscape and Guardians of the Galaxy, Ben Browder was in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I think.
Who is that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, okay, yeah.
John Crichton from Farscape.
Yes. Oh wow, okay.
Cameron Mitchell from Stargate.
Well, yeah, that too. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually know him from Stargate before I watched Farscape. So
it's one of the cringiest lines ever. Like, it's such a bad. I don't think I've ever been taken so out of a movie than when that line was uttered in that movie the first time I saw it. Like, you know what I mean by like being taken out of something like that? I don't think I've ever been taken out of something so effectively than when she said that in that fucking movie. Ugh. Insanity. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that's enough stalling for everybody. So
all right. Before you get started, I'm gonna go because if I start watching, I'm gonna stop watching, then I'm gonna be terrible tomorrow. So
okay.
Have fun, Joe. You're in charge of the no tangents. Good luck.
Oh God.
Okay.
May the Fourth be with you.
Good luck, Joe. Bye, Crystal.
Good
Have a
evening.
good night.
Yeah, I'm not. I'll fail at that right away.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll see what happens. Now there's just 4 white dudes. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'll give everybody a countdown. And I will press play on the... If you're watching in the watch party, you don't need to do anything. Just hang out. It'll automatically start playing. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and play. Should be going. Yep, going. Yeah, okay. And the time is right. Cool. Yay, I like when it works. The first try. I forgot the name of the movie that he got the Star Wars crawl from. Lucas actually got the crawl from an old samurai film. The idea for it.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I forgot the name of it. It was like a 1950s samurai film. Yeah, I can't remember.
It's not Seven Samurai, is it?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
No, I don't think so.
That's it. I forgot what planet this is. I do not remember what planet this is.
I don't know, but I love the rings in the sky.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Black sands.
I always thought that the crawl was inspired by like Flash Gordon and Buck Rogers because they used to use that.
They did it too, but there was an old samurai film, and George Lucas is very famously like a huge fan.
Yeah.
Of that of this film. I forgot the name of it though.
Let me see if I can find it.
They also used Favreau also used inspiration from it for The Mandalorian when he did The Mandalorian to harken back to Lucas's influences and stuff like that. Ran? I don't know. It doesn't.
I don't think it was Ran.
It doesn't.
I remember Ran having a crawl.
Yeah, that doesn't ring a bell. Oh my God! Look how young he looked. Did you see how young Forrest Whitaker looked there?
Yep.
I mean, he does. Yeah, he does look a lot younger. I thought they did a good job with him in Andor, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It didn't look that different, I guess.
No,
saying,
no. The de-aging that they do and the facial thing, like the facial thing, giggity.
Makeup.
Yeah. Well, when they use the computer stuff that they do nowadays.
Oh yeah.
I'm warming up to it more and more, as long as it's with permission from the actors and things like that. Like, even if it's not just like making one actor into a whole different actor, if it's just like de-aging and things like that, it's getting better and better. And honestly, I watched over the weekend, I went, I don't know what it was. I got an Indiana Jones itch, and I watched all of the Indiana Joneses.
Okay.
And rewatching Dial of Destiny, like in the beginning, they de-aged Harrison Ford. It was so great to see like young.
Yeah.
Is that one worth seeing?
I loved it.
I thought it was great.
I cried.
A lot of people are like, "This isn't good," and I'm like, "Nah, that's pretty good."
Yeah, it was really good.
Way better than Crystal Skull.
Oh yeah, if you like Indiana Jones, like the original Indiana Jones movies, you will like Dial of Destiny.
I like 1 and 3. I'm not a big fan of Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom. I like Temple of Doom.
Oh, I thought Temple was pretty good.
Yeah, Temple has got a lot of fun one-liners in it.
I get what you're talking about, Glenn. Though 1 and 3 are
they're
of a different variety.
Yeah.
Even
they
though
have the same feel.
Even though Indiana Jones is completely superfluous in fucking
we don't have time for that. No.
And in fact,
wave off.
Helps the Nazis.
No.
Krennic makes capes work.
I mean,
Lando
the cut
makes
of it is
capes
great.
work.
He does
Lando
too.
makes cape work.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
But Krennic is just, man, he is just phenomenal. I love him.
Yeah.
Was it David Matheson? What's his name?
Ben
Mendelsohn?
Ben
Mendelsohn. Where did I get Matheson from? Ben.
Because the other actor, Galen is
Mickelson.
Yeah,
Mads Mikkelsen. Yeah.
Mads Mikkelsen or Max.
Maybe I mixed I took two names that were similar and mixed them together.
Yeah,
I've never done that before.
Oh man,
that seems insane.
Yeah.
Interestingly, Mickelson's brother played Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Yep.
Do you think it's weird that Krennic didn't try harder to hunt down the kid? I mean, it's a kid. Like, how far could she get? Like, leave 60 troops on the ground looking for her. You know, like
it's a child.
I mean, I hate to go.
Why not just leave her there?
Yeah, I hate to go quite so dark so early, but Krennic doesn't care.
Nah, he doesn't.
Yeah,
he didn't.
That's true. All he wants is I guess he could always lie to Galen and just say he found her and that he has her somewhere. Like, you know, I mean, for however long.
Especially because he essentially controls all the information that he's getting.
That Galen's getting. Yeah.
And Krennic is such a smart ass. He's like, oh, she's back from the dead.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I love that
line.
Krennic hits harder. Like, I watched this like twice today. Just had it on kind of when I was doing other stuff. But Krennic hits harder in this movie after having watched Andor.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They just
I mean, like, really just more like, I mean, of course it does because it's a TV show, so it fleshes out more of his background and you get to know him more. But like, seeing that show and then following it into this movie, you have so much more like weight to everything that he says and does. You know, kind of like it just changes everything.
You also
this is a very awesome watch movie after you watch Andor.
Oh yeah,
it changes everything about this movie.
Oh yeah,
and it's already a great movie. So like you're kind of just like adding into more of it, and you're like, this is fantastic.
Yeah. In Andor season 2, Krennic has like just a string of successes essentially, like right up until the end when they steal the plans, or they escape Coruscant. I mean, but like in this movie, he's kind of just failing at things one after another.
This is kind of the unraveling of like what he's trying to do for sure. Yeah.
So he just seems more of a threat, and he
Tarkin's kind of asserting himself as the controller of the Death Star, and he's losing control throughout the movie for sure.
Yeah, especially like getting scolded by Vader on Mustafar.
Mm-hmm. It's a very different Krennic and Andor because he's like in control still.
Exactly.
And it's a very threatening individual, throughout the show.
Nolan Garden, you got to have the bad guys for the good guys to fight when you have the dolls.
Yeah,
come on.
I love the.
She had other toys.
Doll. The Stormtrooper doll is a nice little nod to several things at once. I think it's very cool. The thing with Krennic is that he spends all of Andor being so confident and cocky.
That's a good line right along with what you're saying, Darren.
Yeah, and it is amazing to see Krennic in this movie with us as Star Wars fans going, he works for Tarkin, he's screwed, and we no shock. Mm-hmm. But then you see him in Andor, and the relationship with Tarkin is really separated, and Krennic really gets to shine and be his own person and be a bastard.
Yeah.
Did you guys read the novel that like led up to Rogue One after the movie was released back when it was released?
I think I did.
Yeah.
I barely remember that.
The key is like they spent a lot of time willfully working for the Empire. I mean, she might have had a Stormtrooper doll just because there were Stormtroopers walking around.
That's fair.
It might not have been a bad guy doll at the time, is all I'm saying.
That's fair. That's fair. I love how they always use like this repeating
the slatted
style
things,
of wall.
I love that.
It's everywhere. Mm-hmm. It's in the Death Star. It's there. It's in Star Destroyers. It's like whoever did the interior, the Emperor fell in love with an interior designer, and that's who designed everything for the Empire.
Oh yeah.
Put on the jail doors too. Really?
Really? The jail doors? Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
Dictatorships and authoritarians are not very good at creativity.
Yeah, they're not known for spreading out their creative wings, huh?
No. Once you find one guy who you don't want to murder, and he does good design,
especially after having watched Andor, this changes the scene completely for me. But like, upon watching this movie for the first time, how How did you guys feel meeting Andor when he just kills this guy to move on?
The first time I watched Rogue One, watched Rogue One, Joe, I was like, "This is the hero."
Yeah.
What
It's
the
shocking.
heck?
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck?
But
because
also,
even just the rebels, in your brain is kind of like from the old movies. It's just like they're all the good guys. Like they haven't done anything wrong, and then this is shady and kind of pretty messed up.
Yeah, they
I'd
really
say coming off of watching,
it really set
Andor
him up to be the guy that might shoot her father or her when they're on the platform later in the movie.
Absolutely.
Kind of thing. Like they set him up to be that guy that's capable of doing the wrong choice, kind of thing.
I think it works really well coming off of Andor season 2, especially that.
Yeah, it's fantastic now. Yeah,
it just
when they having watched
specifically season 2, Glenn. I agree. Yeah.
A bunch of the interviews for like after Rogue One had came out and some of like the behind the scenes extras and stuff like that, they always kind of had this tragic backstory idea for Cassian. It wasn't fully fleshed out or anything like that, but getting to see his, I don't want to say descent, but kind of a little bit like he's not a good quote unquote person. Like
I think he understands what has to be done.
Exactly.
Luthen. What's his name?
Luthen.
Thank you.
Yeah, Luthen and Clea really influenced. Yeah, but Luthen and Clea definitely influenced the way
darker perspective.
Yeah, and how to serve the rebellion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I hate to say, killing Tivik was rather pragmatic. He had to do it just as much as Luthen had to kill Lonnie.
Yeah.
Lonnie Young
I agree.
had to die. He had no choice. So
yeah.
And before
it's cold-blooded, but still kind of cool.
It's very
Go ahead, Darren.
Well, I do also, and I was trying not to step on Glenn again, but what I wanted to say before we get too far away is compare that scene to Han shot first.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's some deliberate rhyming there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, true.
Not only my preferred line though, by the way, is Han didn't shoot first. Han was the only one who shot in the original film. Greedo didn't get the shot off. They added that blaster bolt hitting over his shoulder after the theatrical release. In the theatrical release, he was the only one who shot.
Again, he's on the run from a mob boss that's going to kill him.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
I also
Harrison Ford was asked what he thought about Han shot first, and he says, "I don't care."
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. Very famously hates those types of like lore questions about Star Wars. So
there are worse changes.
This is the direct tie-in to Rogue One, because I mean to Andor. At the end of Andor season 2, Cassian is getting the mission to go and get her from this transport. So like it's literally, this scene is taking place a few hours after the end of season 2 of Andor.
Yep.
I love the choice to make these stormtroopers dirty too, like to make their armor.
I was looking at that myself.
It makes you think like she's on like a far off place outside of the Empire's like normal thing. Like they don't have like the stormtroopers aren't abiding by Imperial codes and things, and like maybe it's a little shifty and dirty there. It's even worse. That's the feeling I get, at least from seeing that.
I love how he just catches her there.
Oh, I love this. Hold on.
But I love it. He doesn't just catch her; he chucks her onto the ground,
and then says, "Congratulations, you are being rescued."
Yeah, he's got his old Imperial droid stuff still in there somewhere. Was that Melshi? Did she hit Melshi in the face with the shovel?
Yes, Melshi is there.
Like you just don't appreciate Melshi until Andor, and then you go back and you watch Rogue One, going, "That's Melshi."
Yep.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys thinking of the music from Giacchino, the first person to really do much Star Wars composition other than Williams?
Yeah.
He's great. Obviously, took his key from Williams, but
he did this score in a really short amount of time too. I think this was the one that was done in just like matter of weeks.
Oh, also the guy. So I forgot his name in the movie. He's that the old gray-haired bearded guy that was just there. He was in the original film as well.
Dodonna?
Is that his name?
Is it General Dodonna?
I think so. I don't remember.
The guy that said, the exhaust part.
Yeah, that's Dodonna.
That's that's who that guy is supposed to be. That's around the table, but it's Jorah Mormont from no, not Jorah Mormont. It's the old Queen's Guard that follows Dany.
Oh, Barristan Selmy.
Barristan Selmy, that was it. My brain was going 7 Balwer. That's not
right.
That's not it.
Ian McElhenney. I'm not sure how to McElhenney. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. McElhenney. Okay.
They really did and listening to the pitch, how Rogue One was pitched, how Andor was pitched, and how they married the two, like they basically just looked at the movie, looked at characters that they could pull out, and then just kind of called up those actors and we're like, hey, you want to come back and do this thing? And it was a great, kind of
that character you played for like 5 minutes in that one movie. Do you want to bring that character back?
Yeah, you want to add some backstory to that character a little bit?
I think it's cool that they brought her back as Mon Mothma after didn't they have her in another movie and they cut her?
She was in episode 3. She was she did the speech, like the Mon Mothma speech, but they cut it out. And she also actually had a scene with
several other senators.
Yeah,
Padme,
what's his name, though?
Bail Organa.
Jimmy Smits and Padme. So Bail Organa and Padme. Yeah.
I think there's like 3 scenes that they cut that are on the DVD set with her.
Apparently, if they gave Sir Alec Guinness another chance to go back, he would have said no because he hated.
Yeah, he did say
fucking doing this.
Yeah, he's
made him rich.
Kind of said that.
It did make him rich.
Made him rich though.
He hated it though. Like he thought it was. He was very pompous apparently about it. Ah, there he is, Jimmy.
What do you guys think about what's his name, Brandon? No, that's not right.
Benjamin Bratt.
The guy that took over Benjamin Bratt.
Benjamin Bratt. I love him as an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, as a replacement for Jimmy Smits, I thought he did a great job. But
yeah.
He like the composer. We all are familiar with and know what we're expecting in that role, and then we get something different, and we're like, right? So it took me a minute to go, wait a minute, what the heck? Oh, okay, all right. Benjamin Bratt's filling in for Jimmy Smits. And then my wife goes, wait, who's that? And I said, well, that's Jimmy Smits. And she goes, oh, okay. And then she got what I meant by that. I didn't have to say it was Bail Organa. I just said it was Jimmy Smits, and she clicked in it. Yeah. But Jimmy has done such a fabulous job with that character. So Benjamin was sort of like, no matter what he did, he wasn't going to be as good. Yeah. But he was. Right. He was good. He really did it.
Yeah, he was good.
He was good.
It was different.
This movie started the droid steals the show.
Oh yeah,
for me.
Yeah,
kind of thing. I like Tudyk, of course, does a billion voices, but man, he crushed this, and just the snarky attitude and the way the droid, and I'm like, I feel like they've tried to recreate that in almost everything they've done since this.
Yeah, and
I'm like, you're getting impossible. It, but not as good.
Nah. It's because Tudyk improvised a lot of his stuff for this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the good thing is he was actually on set for a lot of it.
With a crazy looking rig.
Yeah, which isn't normal for, fucking
mocap
actors and things like that. They're usually not on set.
Having him directly involved like that, doing the mocap in the scene was brilliant.
Oh,
brilliant.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the technology has evolved or if it's just that somebody decided to do it that way and they would just let it run that way. But yeah,
that's awesome.
Having him on set in the costume,
it's so much better than them acting at a tennis ball or whatever.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
It's actually kind of a callback to two of the first movies that did CG work.
Yeah, he's definitely stilted up.
But I mean, like, the stilts have shoes on. Like, there's his
Make
feet.
it easier to walk.
Yeah, why reinvent the wheel?
That's fair.
Because we saw it with Phantom Menace and what was the other example? I'm blanking. Never mind.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, hey, listen, in the original trilogy, they just stuck people in those costumes. They had a small, a little person inside of the R2D2.
Oh yeah, Kenny Baker. Kenny Baker.
Yeah, Kenny Baker, and he died like in the last couple of years, right? Like recently.
Relatively recently, I think.
I thought it was recently that he passed away. And
2016.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Almost 10 years ago.
I thought it was recent.
I mean, that's recent in terms of when that movie came out.
That's fair.
Right.
That's fair. A funny thing too. Alan Tudyk ran into who played C-3PO?
Anthony Daniels.
Anthony Daniels. I always mix Anthony Daniels up and the guy that did his voice on Robot Chicken, because I love him. Tom Kane. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. My body is older than everybody. Alan Tudyk ran into Anthony Daniels at a convention, and he asked him if he wore a mocap for the thing or if he was in the suit, and he's like, "Oh no, I was there. They did mocap. They didn't make a suit for that." And he was like, "Fuck you."
that was the other example I was trying to remember of having the mocap actor on set wearing a goofy rig. They did that with Andy Serkis in Lord of the Rings too.
Yeah.
But it started with Ahmed Best on set playing Jar Jar.
Yeah, Jar Jar. Yeah.
With the Jar Jar cup topper hat.
Yeah.
He had
the Jar Jar Pope hat on.
Yeah. The Jar Jar Pope hat.
I love how they kind of gave him a little backstory with his breather too, like how he huffs the gas. The thing, like that was interesting.
Rhydonian.
Now we know why.
Lost his sister during the Clone Wars,
and now Rhydonian is his sister
ever since.
Yeah, he became a drug addict and a psychopath.
So go back to Rebels and watch the Lando Calrissian episode, the first Lando Calrissian episode in Rebels. And what is Lando smuggling and stealing? Rhydonium.
Well, it's also used. It's not just a drug too. It's a jet fuel.
Oh, it's
It's jet fuel.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they're transporting in season 2 of Mandalorian with that great episode with what's his?
Oh wait,
Bill
here's
Burr
our first look at Tarkin and first look at the Death Star.
Oh, the Death Star. It does death.
I mean, like, how cool was this watching that dish be like put into place and stuff? That was so awesome.
Oh yeah,
pretty awesome.
And only Tarkin could upstage the Death Star installation of the disc.
Oh yeah,
right.
I'm going to tell him of the space station that I told him about all those years ago. Like,
what do you guys feel about the ethics of like having Tarkin's face on somebody else's body and Leia and all that stuff? Like, do you guys care, or you're like, come on, it's ridiculous? Just put
if they have permission from either the actor or the actor's estate and they pay them, fine.
Didn't James Earl Jones like basically read the dictionary for them so they could like recreate his voice later?
They asked him specifically to do that, and he agreed to it. And they paid him like it was a gig. They gave him a gig essentially, and he did it. And he gave them permission to reuse his voice for specific characters, not just whatever they want.
Yeah,
right.
Which I thought was good too.
As long as the actor,
Mufasa and Darth Vader.
As long as the actor or the estate is compensated just as if they were performing on
I agree.
Camera, I don't care.
And given permission too, because like the actor, if an actor is going to play a role in a movie, they decide whether they want to play the role in the movie or not. Like,
I mean, how seriously was Carrie Fisher when she made that joke about George owning her likeness? Because when you make a movie, the studio does kind of own your likeness for that part. So doesn't the studio? And I'm saying I agree with this, but then doesn't the studio still own the likeness after you die? So why would they need permission from the Cushing estate? I think Cushing estate should be reimbursed, paid for it, but I think Star Wars owns the rights to the appearance of Grand Moff Tarkin.
It depends on the context.
So they have the right.
It does.
Yeah.
So what,
now,
like,
if you're making a brand new movie and I want Marlon Brando in my brand new movie, but he had nothing to do with any previous, that's an issue. But recreating a character that's already been on screen, I think, is perfectly legit.
For things like what Carrie Fisher was referring to, she got paid for them to use her likeness for lunch. What the joke that she made at the time was, she was on lunch boxes and shampoo bottles and blah blah. She couldn't go anywhere without
all the toys. All
the toys.
And then when she looked in the mirror, she had to pay George a nickel.
Yeah, I love that joke.
That's different than them just owning your likeness forever. Now, film studios are trying to do that. But I still am firmly on, if you want to put in your contract with actors now, we can then use your likeness to repeat in certain movies, and the actor signs that, fine. But not, that would have to be agreed upon before. Like, it's not just, we said we can use your likeness. That means we could just recreate your performance and your face in other movies in perpetuity. I still think it has to be.
I love this shot.
Done like that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
this is a beautiful moment.
Yeah,
we
just see the Death Star.
This film is filmed with is filled with scenic moments like this. Just really beautiful scenic moments.
I mean, we take for granted that Felicity is in the foreground and there's a Star Destroyer in the background. Yeah, that's just normal.
Yeah.
It's a gorgeous shot. I wanted to say on that previous topic, again, before we get too far away, is here's a little bit of a hint of what's going on with the contracts and the likenesses and the faces and everything, is that's beautiful Star Wars logo that we're all used to now, where all those faces come on and the lightsaber lights go by. They're all masks.
Yeah.
They're all droids or masks.
Yeah.
Because then they don't have to pay an actor.
Yeah, you're not seeing like Luke Skywalker's face pass by or anything.
Because every time it does that, they owe Mark Hamill money.
Yeah.
So they use the droids and they use the masks because
does the same happen with the MCU opening animation in the movies when you see shots?
No, because those are clips from the movies.
Yeah,
that's not like a digital recreation of their faces in a new shot.
And they own the clips
that makes
for
sense.
sure.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh, I really want to see Jeddah. I really want to see the Jedi statues in place.
Yeah.
I really wish that wasn't.
And in that book that you mentioned, they do talk about how Jeddah was one of the first planets that the Jedi kind of like focused on. It's apparently it doesn't have a vergence in the Force like some of the other planets do, but it does have a.
Wasn't it just rich in kyber crystals or whatever?
Its moon is rich in kyber crystals. So Jedis used to make pilgrimages to Jeddah for both the temple that was there and then to go to the moon, the nearby moon, and get their kyber crystals.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be right back. I gotta take care of something.
And what was the name of? I can never remember it. I think it starts with a T and it's like 2 syllables, and it's the planet where the young Jedi go to get their kyber crystals.
In the cartoon,
in Clone Wars, I think.
Yeah, it's a snow planet.
But I think you said it.
No, Tython is the planet that it started on. That the Jedi first Jedi Temple is on. Ah, shit.
Oh, this callback to episode 4.
I'll remember it in a second.
Yeah,
I'll shout
I
it
love
out in a
that.
second. You go to it in fucking the Old Republic a bunch too.
It says the planet Ilum.
Ilum, that's it.
Ilum, that's the right one. I can never get those. Never get the kyber.
I don't remember that at all. I'd have to look it up.
They go to it in the cartoons, and you go to it in a bunch of the video games. But that was like the planet that they would bring the younglings to get their first kyber crystal, to get their kyber crystals for their lightsaber. Yoda brings a group of younglings there in Clone Wars, maybe?
Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Obviously, relatively early.
Yeah.
Isn't there something to the? I forget, but Han Solo and him have the stripes on their pants. His are yellow, right?
It does have there is a thing. I think it's. It has a meaning.
I was half expecting them to address that in Andor.
Address what? I'm sorry.
The stripe on the pants leg.
On Han Solo?
Well,
it's also on
Andor.
Cassian. Yeah.
Cassian.
I don't remember noticing it on Cassian.
Yeah, it's on
The
Cassian.
blood stripe on Han Solo. Yeah,
I could be wrong. He's wearing those same stripes on his pants in this movie, isn't he?
I think they did it in. I know, like for like behind the scenes, they put it on Han Solo's pants. Like they put a strip of fabric there to hide the seam because he was wearing like dress like tuxedo pants or something like that. And they put that stripe there to hide the seam. But
stripe.
They invented a reason for it. I don't remember what it was though.
It's called the Corellian blood stripe. I'm trying
okay.
to remember it. Worded typically for courage. It's an award.
Yeah, there's something about the color too, like the red versus the yellow.
Yeah.
Color coding in Star Wars? No.
Oh, if you listen to when we hear Chirrut's going to start blessing people. When he blesses people, he says, "May the force of others be with you."
Yes.
And originally, when George wrote Star Wars, that the Force was referred to as the force of others. It wasn't just the Force. They shortened it to the Force during filming of the original movie.
I'm glad they did.
And in one of the interviews that I watched today with Donnie Yen, who plays Chirrut, he pitched the idea of making him blind. He wasn't originally blind.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, they came to him. They offered him the role specifically.
I like
but they
when
told
the
him
actors take like a role and kind of go, you know, what would add this a little extra something to this character, and then they're like, oh yeah, that sounds great. Let's do that. You know, and it comes from an actor's choice to make a character a certain way, and like I think that's so good. It adds so much depth to like every character when the actors actually have the ability to like add in something.
Exactly. It makes the actor more attached to the character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And especially with someone like Donnie Yen. Donnie Yen is I love kung fu movies and like low budget kung fu films from like China and Japan and shit. And Donnie Yen is both Donnie Yen and I think his name is Jiang, something. I'll remember it in a second. Jiang Wen, I think his name is, or Weng. It's either Weng or Wen, W-E-N. They're both really big, like Chinese action star. Like Donnie Yen has been in a ton of American films. Jiang Wen hasn't been, but they're big kung fu guys. And when they went to Donnie Yen, they were like, "We want you to play this like kind of like cryptic, funny, but also serious and like wise monk character."
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this might have been Jiang Wen's first English role.
It might have been. Yeah, he had a tough time. I know in the interview I saw with him, he had a tough time. They actually had to write a separate script for him in Chinese because he doesn't read English at all.
Huh.
And that's
I like how this fight scene is just a huge shit show, and they're just trying to survive during it.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Oh, here comes one of the best goofs.
Has a lot of experience playing like, you know, monkish swordsman type characters. So for him to pitch, let's make him a blind swordsman, that makes sense.
Yeah, the movie Ip Man is really good.
Yeah.
He's really fabulous in those roles. Okay, here we go. This is one of my favorite goofs in any Star Wars movie ever. It's coming up here soon.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. Did you know that wasn't me?
Yeah, of course. It's fucking fantastic. So for anyone who's joining, we are watching Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. And we're using Teleparty, so it is a watch party link I'm going to share in chat. If you want to follow along, you can join the watch party.
Oh, I was a little early calling out the funny goof, but it's coming.
Oh, you mean the smack?
Oh, here it is right here, yeah.
Yeah. If you keep your eyes focused on Diego Luna's face, you could see he actually, like, they had to cut it real fast, but you could see him like around his cheeks and his eyes, he starts to laugh.
Yeah, watch Diego this time.
It's right after he smacks him. Watch.
he's trying not to laugh.
You can see his eyebrows go up, and you can see
there
the
it is
side.
again.
Yeah. That was also an improvised line by Alan Tudyk.
Yeah.
And that's something that you can't do when you're acting to a tennis ball. Like having Alan Tudyk on set to do stuff like that was huge.
Yeah.
Hearing Ewan McGregor talk about like his time on the prequels and how annoyed he was because it was all just blue screens and he was talking to tennis balls all the time. And then he's like, and I don't even remember it. It's all just a giant blur. But he had such a good time working on the Obi-Wan show because it was like they were in the circular, what do they call it? That circular screen where they on the stage where
the volume. The
volume. Thank you. Yeah.
Also has a ceiling.
Yeah. That thing.
Yeah, that's so cool that they can do that, man. That's awesome.
I know this isn't Star Wars, but Ian McKellen, when he was doing the Hobbit movies, he emotionally started to fall apart because he was acting to nothing.
He said one day on set, I just broke down and was crying because I was by myself and I had to like just standing in a big green room and I had to act and it was difficult and I was depressed a lot. I was like, oh, I feel kind of bad for him now.
This scene really makes me wonder what the hell is the point and purpose of stormtrooper armor in the first place? Because if you can get knocked out by somebody with a stick, your armor's not doing you any good.
See, my head
also her killing that droid earlier, like they're supposed to be like devastatingly armored and just and he does it in the same movie. He like takes a bunch of shots before he goes down.
He's a security.
She just shot one bolt into that one's chest, and I'm like, I feel like that shouldn't have worked, but okay.
Yeah, for my headcanon for Chirrut taking out those stormtroopers is 100% the Force. Like he was augmenting his hits a little bit.
I love that stormtrooper armor is exactly as thick as the story needs it to be.
The version 2.0 that they're making of the volume actually has like, so if you look at the image again of the volume, they want it to be 3-dimensional in that the actor will be able to see the environment that their character's supposed to be in, and like if they walk by a bush or something, it responds to the actor, like it'll move and like things like that. It's one more step toward like physical virtual reality almost a little bit. There was a funny thing that the guy that plays Bodhi, the Imperial pilot too, that they see here.
Riz Ahmed.
Yep. He said something. So he got the role, like he submitted his lines like through email to the director, Gareth Edwards, and he got the role, and then he just kept sending more and more videos like, what if we did this and what if we did that, and here's another line, and and they were like, you got the role, we'll talk about that when we're when we actually film.
One of the things that the Gilroys talk about with Rogue and also Andor is that they were purposefully casting really amazing, talented actors that Americans had never seen or heard from before. And I think that's one of the reasons why this is such a surprisingly well acted movie and TV series, because these are all really good actors. They just aren't in American media.
Look, they were playing a physical Dejarik too. Did you see that? They had like the physical like little action figures for Jarek. Diego Luna especially is great because not only is he a great actor, like coming into this, he did a lot of Mexican films, but he's also a director. Like he had directed 4 or 5 films before this too. So like he had a lot of experience coming into this role, and then, Andor as well.
Yeah. And the fact that he was an exec on Andor made a huge difference. That's fair.
Nomen Garden makes a good point. Like they look intimidating, but they're not really effective.
Yeah. And we have to remember that the TIE fighters, one of the things about the TIE fighters is they don't have shields because they're disposable.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Right? That kind of makes the same with the stormtroopers. They don't have their armor isn't great.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of the ways you can tell that the stormtroopers are like set up to fail, just like the TIE fighters are, is they don't have holsters for their guns.
There you go. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I mentioned this during the Andor rewatch. Yep. Yeah, they don't have a place to put their gun down.
And I had never noticed that until you pointed that out. So thank you on that.
You're welcome, Glenn. Somebody pointed it out to me, and I went, "I've been watching Star Wars for how many decades, and I never noticed that before."
I never noticed that.
It's subtle.
Apparently, the only person whose life is important enough to protect so that you have railings is the Emperor. Because there's no railings anywhere except the Emperor's throne room.
No.
The only time you see railings on an Imperial construct.
Anything.
Yeah. Even in like the scene when Alec Guinness as Obi-Wan is like powering down the ray shield so that the tractor beam so that they can escape.
Yep.
There's no railings on like, it's just a drop into nothingness, like where he's like climbing around the thing.
Yeah, that was nuts. Even as a child, I was like, wait, what?
I was scared of that scene simply because of the drop that they showed.
Yeah. Great matte paintings. Speaking of great, this scene where you've got two good actors working with good writers, good writing. So much going on in this scene. It's just beautifully done.
I mean, Forrest Whitaker is just crazy. Here's a shot without the computer effects to make it look like an endless drop. But yeah, there's no railings anywhere. Oh, also, I didn't know this about Forrest Whitaker, but he's a bit of a method actor, and he said he was in character pretty much the whole time on set. I
That's
don't
gotta
know
be hard, man.
how I feel about that.
That's gotta be hard to be all the other people having to deal with Saw Gerrera on set constantly.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like every time I hear about people like it's like a method, they do method acting. It's like I'm like I'm always like a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, I get you. Maybe everybody else left set to go have lunch, and he just sat there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's mainly because like even when you see these people that do method acting, like they're not really though, because like he's still, if they were like, hey, Saw Gerrera, go jump out that window, he'd be like, oh, is that in my contract? Like, you know what I mean? Like he's still Forrest Whitaker. Like he's still going to have those thoughts and act on those things. I'm sure he didn't drink fucking blue milk. And
I think it's just like, if you're playing someone that eccentric, you need to like, it's harder to stop doing it and then start doing it again.
I guess.
Talking like that the whole time. I mean, it's not necessarily like, you know.
Yeah. I agree with you, Joe. Heath Ledger kind of had to stay in the part of the Joker because dropping out of that and then going back into that, it just would have been impossible.
Yeah, it's such a bizarre series of choices he made on
Heath Ledger's a really good actor too.
And what, you know,
one of the most famous method actors, I think, is one of the most overrated actors, to tell you the truth. Daniel Day-Lewis. Yeah.
I've seen very few movies with him, so I couldn't say.
He does that on purpose.
For me.
I also hate Jared Leto.
I would like to have a pair of shoes made by Daniel Day-Lewis, though.
Oh yeah, right. He became a cobbler in Italy or some shit like that, right?
Somewhere, I'm not sure where, but yeah, he's a cobbler now.
I don't know where I ran across this, but
that's Ryan Johnson, the guy that was when they said make a targeting thing and they showed the Death Star targeting guy with that guy with the helmets. That's Ryan Johnson.
That's Ryan Johnson. Excellent.
Yeah.
This like not planet destroying shot that they volley at Jeddah City is just like, it's fantastic. I love this entire sequence.
Me too.
Like just everything ripping apart and like getting to see like the devastation that the Death Star could do up close without actually ripping the planet apart is phenomenal.
Yeah,
it's so good.
They modeled it after a tsunami wave, which you can see when they do it.
Man. For sure, yeah. But also, this is one of those retcons that were like, it just isn't that hard to fit it in.
Nice. Thanks, Light Blind Fool.
Just, what?
Nobody dies. Everyone lives in this movie. There's no one dies in this movie.
Yeah, la. Yeah, okay, all right, okay. But
did anybody else
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, did anybody else find Borg Gullet to be kind of a strange addition to the Star Trek or Star Wars universe?
I mean,
it just felt
weird.
It's part of that randomness of Star Wars that was always intended to be.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Rancor pit type thing where you're just like, you see it one time, you never see it again, kind of thing.
I liked it for that same reason, though, Darren. Like, it's like, you never truly know all of the weird nuances that are lurking out in the lore of Star Wars. Is kind of like the deal.
It, for some reason, makes me think of Babylon 5, and I'm not really sure why.
They did
have
kind of.
There was an alien that was hiding out on Babylon 5 that was kind of like the Borg Gullet in a way, but
they did do a call back to it in Acolyte, though. They had the brain parasite thing that they run into the Dibuk or something like that, or they call it, which means like demon in like some other language, but they have a little bit of a callback to it in Acolyte. I loved Acolyte, to tell you the truth. I really, 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 really enjoyed it a lot.
I liked it a lot. I people are way too harsh and have way too high expectations, I think, when it comes to a lot of stuff these days.
I forgot the actor that I saw say this, but like, it was like every single TV show and every single movie like that is coming out is like the audiences and the studios are expecting like AAA, huge budget, multi-billion-dollar, successes instead of just like, like new boat money, essentially, is what they said. Like, we don't need, I'm going to go buy a sports team money. Like, if your show is making money or your movie is making a profit, that should just be good enough. Everything doesn't need to be these giant explosions.
Right.
I know, right? AAA success. Oh, speaking of, what is the Save Watt signature campaign up to? I forgot to check at the beginning of the show, like I usually do. 215,035. So that's a pretty good number. Speaking of the Save Watt thing, I'll have an announcement at the end we're doing one of our first Patreon giveaways. So one of the things that we announced with the new Patreon was that we were going to just do random giveaways to our Patreon subscribers, and we're doing that for the first time this month. So, and it is filled with, I don't have the thing. Maybe Aaron maybe can bring me one somewhere. I think it's on the little Save Watt banners that Maureen made.
Oh, okay.
Do I have one? A picture of one in here? No, I didn't save it. Well, I don't have them sitting next to me right now because I packaged them, but I'll be sending them out to I'm going to do a random grab for Patreon subscribers and send them out.
I just saw the shot I should have used as my wallpaper. That shot
explosion
of the the distance and the Death Star is eclipsing the sun above it.
Yeah, it's so good, man. Yeah. That's an amazing shot.
There's a lot of images like that in this fucking movie. A lot.
Yeah.
Oh, and this ship
Greig
that they're flying.
Fraser.
What was it?
Greig Fraser is the cinematographer for this movie.
Okay. Well, he did a great job, or they did a great job.
Yes.
The ship that Cassian is flying in. Ooh, thank you. So this is the Save the Watt miniature Save the Watt camp. It's the miniature banner that was being pulled by the plane that we booked to fly around Amazon LA and Amazon Studios. I'm trying to find an image of it so I can share it, because I feel like Maureen was like, I'm going to make this. I was like, all right, cool. What is it? She's like, I don't know. I was like, there you go. It's a miniaturized version of the banner that the plane was dragging around for the Save the Watt campaign.
I really do want to see Jeddah in its heyday.
Yeah. How are you guys feeling about Save Watt?
I mean, I want to be optimistic. There it is. That's the banner that they pulled around LA. So
look, that pullout That's so good.
It was.
When it shows it from their perspective, like they're on the ground and the loudness of the crumbling rock and everything, and then it just shoots up to space and it's just Krennic, and they're just watching a ring move out.
Ship,
it's so good.
And he doesn't he actually say, "Oh, it's so beautiful."
Mm-hmm.
What's up? No, go ahead, Darren.
I think Krennic actually says, "Oh, it's so beautiful," or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this ship that they're flying in went through close to 800 iterations before they landed on that.
That's insane, man.
They said they drew
the
740 pictures.
The Ewing, yeah.
Before they landed on this one. 740 different pictures. And he said when they started modeling it, you know, they liked they were like, we like it, the profile view and the view from the top, but then when we look at it from the bottom, it's ugly, and then, so we'll change some stuff. And then they changed some stuff on the bottom, and it fucked up stuff on the top, and they had to go back and shift it around. But yeah, it went through close to 800 iterations before they landed on that.
I like how he takes his gas off. He's like, I got to sober up right before.
Right before I go.
Before the end of this. The rocks cascading like a wave over the top of them as they're like trying to get out is so
fucking cool. Like I said, they modeled this after a tsunami wave, so
yeah,
I think they accomplished it.
I agree. Yeah,
it's
amazing. That's so great.
Yes, Rob is a genius, and having a plane fly around LA was hilarious. And that's Rob from Malkier Talks. If you're watching this and you don't know Malkier Talks, I don't even know what's happening. But
go follow them now.
Yeah. Look at that. It hit so hard that it launched debris into the atmosphere.
Into space.
Yeah, probably. Fun fact, that's how our moon was created. Like on Earth.
Sort of. Gliding
or by aliens.
Planet.
And it's hollow. We don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Did you? What was that? There's a movie. What the fuck was the name of that movie? Moonfall. It is a terrible. So here's the perfect example of kind of like to harken back what we were talking about of like movies that they just make. Like it doesn't need to be a huge success. It's just a fun, stupid movie. Moonfall is a great example of that. It's a terrible movie. Like don't get me wrong, it's terrible. Like the acting is meh. The CG and stuff is pretty good. There's a few fun cameos in it and some fun one-liners. But the
Samuel Tarly's in it.
Yeah. But like it's ridiculous, and it's about the moon falling into orbit and hitting Earth and like fucking up gravity and like the tides and shit. And then they go to the moon and find out that it's hollow, and like it's ridiculous. But it's and like I said,
it's a heck of a
movie.
cast.
It's got a heck of a cast, though.
Yeah, I'm looking at Patrick Wilson, John Bradley, Halle Berry, and that's just the start.
And you never heard
Halle Berry classically could tell you how lightning works.
Oh yeah,
when it hits
when it hits anything. If I ever got the chance to interview her at the end of the interview, I'd be like, I just want to ask you a few questions as an expert on aerial electrical phenomena. Do you know what happens when lightning hits sand, when it hits concrete? Like I would just have a list of things and ask her. I love the old school like tech shit that they throw in that, like those headphones that he was wearing. Like they look so old school.
I like them, but after watching season 2 of Andor, it kind of pulls me out of it a little bit, seeing them with the earbuds on when they were on Gore. All their comm units were the earbuds, and now they're back to holding a small little.
Well, that was when. See, that was when they had a
lot.
lot of money, though. See, like if you think about it, like they had a ton of money as for their like small black ops missions versus
I look at that as like, how old is this ship? That's the equipment that's on board. That's the station he's at.
He's not on planet
even when they were on planet though. Even when they're on planet in this movie though, they're using the handheld comm units. It's not so much I have issues with the comm units in here. I kind of have issue with the way they did the comm units on Andor.
Exactly.
So that might be my one complaint about Andor.
Yeah, I mean, Star Wars has always been interesting with its tech, like because they made future tech, but it was supposed to be a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away in the 70s.
They made tech that they thought looked futuristic in the 70s and 80s, and then they had to keep that aesthetic.
And I like how they carried it over.
All our tech progresses.
Yeah, like it doesn't look antiquated even when they're making new movies now.
No, I think it looks good. I like it.
Yeah. Especially like when we see the Rebel base on Yavin, like it looks exactly like the way they did it in the 70s, and it doesn't look silly. Like it doesn't look like it's antiquated or old or anything like that. Other than, it's cheap, like Noman Garden said, they had to be cheap.
The weight of this scene changes after watching Andor as well. Like the fact that she only heard the message and no one else heard it, and it was destroyed, and he's like, I have to base everything we're about to do off of your word, you being honest and telling me what you heard, kind of thing. I don't know. And it's just it adds a lot of weight to his decision in this process of trusting her and
because we now know that he did that exact same thing, but he was on the opposite side yesterday.
Yeah.
This is less than 24 hours after his argument with the panel about can I go please save the universe. Yeah, it's less than
Glenn
a day
is our resident expert on the nuances of Star Wars, so
I try to be. And I lost track of the conversation. I got sucked into this scene, so
it's fine.
Yeah.
Everything that happened with Bix too really frames Andor and Jin's relationship in this film too.
Yeah. That video she left just crushed me.
When she sees the video from her father?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, in Andor, the one she left for.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, yeah. Oh, also fun fact. What's his name? I just said his name. Gareth Edwards, the guy that is the director for this film. He modeled Edu, this planet, after I forgot the name of the planet. LV-479 or something like that.
LV-421.
Alien.
That's it, from Alien. Yeah.
From Aliens. Oh, and
I
Alien.
got an image of the where is it? There it is.
Because that's funny, because I was just thinking about the Alien franchise.
Yeah. That's LV-421 from Alien. They look very similar to Edu.
I was tempted just a couple of minutes ago to bring up the Alien franchise because they do a fabulous job of making the technology look consistently like 1980s future sci-fi tech from the original film, which was in the very late 70s. But what?
LV-426.
426?
I love how it.
I was off by 5. Yeah.
I love how in this episode, the pilot, the guy who works as a professional pilot, can't keep himself sitting with the passengers. He's got to be up in the cockpit watching the pilot and co-pilot fly, because that makes sense to me. I mean, his natural instinct would be to sit in the co-pilot or pilot seat.
Yeah.
I just thought that was an interesting touch.
Nice detail.
He's, it's also because his brain is a little soupy from Borgullet.
Yeah.
Not that soupy, but a little soupy.
But he's getting better. He gets better as time goes on.
It would be like Han Solo riding in somebody else's ship. Is Han going to stay back with the passengers? No, he's going to be up in the cockpit trying to worm his way into taking the pilot seat.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Which reminds me of the scene when Chewie kicked what's her name?
Rey?
No. In Solo.
Kira.
Kira. He kicked Kira out of the Han was like, "Oh, do this or whatever, press this button," and she was like, and then Chewie reaches over and presses it, and she's like, "Man, maybe you should sit here."
Oh.
The things that Chirrut says in the next few minutes about Cassian
I like
too,
this. Yeah, I like this a lot.
Especially after having seen Andor with how that other force sensitive person reacted to Cassian too.
The force healer.
Yeah. She called him the messenger.
Well, this is like a pivot point. Like what he decides to do here changes everything, kind of thing.
Yeah. And when you get to the point where he's like ready to pull the trigger on the sniper rifle, you if you know about Mavra,
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
and Luthen,
Mavra completely changes that scene.
Yeah. And if you look at it from the perspective of like all of the rebellion, like all of his mentors through the rebellion, essentially, like there's a dark path to go down at some point. And I think Saw Gerrera went too far down that dark path. And there's argument for like off the wall theory that Saw Gerrera was Force sensitive and the dark side started corrupting him, and that's why he's all fucked up. Like I could see that. I could see arguments for that. I'm not saying it's there. I'm just saying I could see it.
But just the trauma of losing his sister is not enough all by itself.
Yeah, I think when you keep it to the purity of that, I like it better. But I see what you're saying. That the argument's there. But like I like the idea of like just this is what happens to somebody with this much traumatic stress from
and put in a position where they can enact what they view as revenge.
We didn't really touch on it, but like I love how, especially at this point in Rogue One, all of his rebels that are around him just look tired and dirty and just run down, and
no shade.
They're looking over their shoulders every 5 seconds. Like none of them look like they trust each other, let alone like these strangers they brought into their midst. And
well, I mean,
such a good characterization of like how Saul is doing things.
Yeah.
I mean, how long was what's his name working with them before Saw shot him for being a spy in Andor season 2?
Yeah,
exactly.
They've had people turn coats, so I can understand why people are paranoid.
He said that guy was a spy. Was that guy a spy?
That's a good point.
Two could definitely have palmed the comm device that he supposedly pulled out of the guy's shirt, but
they leave it vague on purpose.
I would believe it, but yeah, there have definitely probably been other spies that they found,
No, I would definitely, like, if I had to choose between Saw Gerrera and the Empire, I would choose Saw Gerrera. Absolutely. Like, I'm fighting on the side of the rebellion. 100%, obviously. Like, I don't know who would ever say they would want to fight on the side of the Empire. But I love what they're doing. I love what they did in Andor and in Rogue One. Because, like, when Rogue One first came out, it was the darkest Star Wars property that had been released to date, I would say.
Yeah.
Like having Cassian kill that guy right in the beginning of the movie really sets the tone for the whole film. And
they put the war back in Star Wars.
Yeah, and Andor only built on that. Like I feel like they de-romanticized war and rebellion and overthrowing government and things like that. They showed, instead of like a romanticized, unrealistic version of like what would happen in those events, this is more realistic.
Brutally realistic.
Yeah.
Saw's job, and it was his job in Clone Wars too, where you get to see him as like a young man really coming into his own, and you actually meet his sister. Those episodes of Clone Wars are worth watching in reference to Rogue One. But what ends up happening is Saw's job has always been to be like a realistic portrayal of the insanity that comes from rebellion. He's a different version of how things get screwed up in rebellion. And so for him being in Rogue One was just a perfect choice.
For those who don't know Norman Garden, he's being facetious. He's not serious. But yes, you're right. You're right, Darren. He was kind of like the junkyard dog. Like the stereotypical junkyard dog. They're usually like depicted in like stuff as like crazy, rabid, but they're protecting the junkyard. So you would want that dog protecting your junkyard. Saw Gerrera is that character.
The show Andor and also Rogue One, but like they do such a great job of like really more the show. Rogue One, they're already kind of together, but like the rebellion being like all in one spot like that, we've always just known them to be that way. Like they're all working together. All those little factions were working together at that point.
Yeah.
And like arguing and making decisions. But like, and Saul's one of them. But I love in Andor how like it shows that's the culmination of the end of Andor is like them all coming together in that one spot. And you're like, that's kind of all I've ever known. I didn't really think, I always thought they were working together kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like they were all just doing their own thing until it got bad enough to where they're like, shit, we gotta commit. This is it. We're leaving our homes. We're leaving. You know,
that's
there
why
were
that
a
line,
lot of factions.
That line from Luthen in oh god, so horrible. That line from Luthen in Andor where he says, like, Clea asks, like, what are we going to do? Or maybe it wasn't Clea. He says, we're going to lose, and we're going to continue to lose until it's time to win. And that's essentially what happens.
Yeah. Those punk ass rebels who were shooting each other in the face, arguing over.
I love those.
Oh
guys.
Yeah.
Who was in charge of being
the mercenaries,
losers?
Showing all the different little rebellion groups that they tried to, and then the Gorman too. Like the Gorman were a group.
Oh yeah.
That they were trying to decide whether they want to recruit into the focus of the rebellion or blah blah.
Yeah, you can't
I just realized something.
in that, and the in-depth like look at how you come to trust somebody in these kind of situations was phenomenal.
Oh hey ho, Oliver's ears. What's up, man?
Yeah, the paranoia.
Yeah,
I mean, there's
so there's the alien reference from earlier. I just realized something. I'm wearing my shirt. It's a Aliens / Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt.
Oh man,
I didn't even
crossover I haven't seen yet.
That's the shirt that I put on when I was.
I decided to go thematic. We're watching Star Wars, so Star Trek, right?
Yeah,
it's the way to do it.
I have an ornithopter from Dune right here. Does that help?
I have an ornithopter in Dune Awakening that I've been playing. The video that I've been playing.
Where were we?
Talking about Cassian and the darkness of these new Star Wars things, and
I do like the fact. I really like the fact that these guys have sort of given us a way to look at the light side and the dark side for people who aren't attached to the Force.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. The idea that you would have a light side and dark side to the Force.
But it only affects Force people that can manipulate the Force.
Right. But what I'm talking about is that, like, how does a good person become Darth Vader? Like, I've heard so many people talk about, it's completely unrealistic. I'm like, have you read any history at all? No, it's completely realistic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the idea that like the rebels would even be shooting each other in the face that's historically accurate and realistic.
Oh, yeah.
And Cassian's trip, if you'll pardon, I'm not saying he's Force sensitive, but his trip from the light to the dark and then back to the light and then back to the dark, his flip-flopping and treading on that line is very Star Wars. Usually they're holding a lightsaber when they do it.
So I always took to, even since I was a little kid, I always took to heart that the Force, you know how they say, like Yoda even talks about it, but they say the Force permeates everything. It's within all things, living, alive and dead and inert, like the Force is everywhere. So it makes sense that the effects of the light side of the Force and the dark side of the Force would affect those around you. And like you see that in most other properties, like it's on brand for us to harken back to the Wheel of Time, but I always thought the Force as a good analogy for the one not just the one power, but the weave of the pattern, like the pattern itself.
Yeah.
Because the Force kind of has a will of its own to like kind of push things in directions, and it thinks on like a macro scale to like influence events. And that's my same theory on the pattern itself and how the pattern works in the Wheel of Time. So the wheel weaves and the Force wills. Exactly. That's great, Glenn.
Yeah. But also even in the Wheel of Time, and this is harkening back to old how dare you post that on the screen? Now, of course, Star Wars is older than Wheel of Time. No offense, guys, but I do like.
But everyone knows it's a ripoff of Harry Potter.
Exactly.
Exactly. Wheel of Time definitely is a ripoff of. Wait, what?
Of Harry Potter.
Everything's a ripoff of Harry Potter. We know that.
Yeah.
Yes, including Star Wars. So, but what I really
the Bible. I mean, The Boy Who Lived. Come on.
Yeah.
Take 3. So in Wheel of Time, things don't repeat, but they rhyme, which is something that we've said about Star Wars a lot. So I do like the fact that and that's not something that Lucas invented either. He just observed
the world history because
Yeah. Like it's I was going to say earlier that the gore are Frenchish,
The Gormanites?
very much on purpose. It's a brilliant choice to have them be French.
I prefer Gormanite.
Gormanite?
Yeah, the Gormanites.
The Gorman. I can't call them the
I eat Gormanite fries all the time.
I love that Star
Gormanians?
Wars. I love that Star Wars and Star Trek have both revitalized the Gorn. So
Yeah.
Nice, another Star Trek tie-in. I like it.
timing. No, but the people who live on Gore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love when the actors, they interview the actors and they're talking about the French, and they're like, that's not French, and it was French.
It's 100% French.
It was not French. French.
But they built the Gormish language off of French. Like they had a French linguist work on them to make the language, and all of the side Gormish or Gormanite or Gore actors are French actors. They're all French actors.
Yep.
It's very French Rebellion, whereas Rogue One, Gareth Edwards modeled a lot of it off of, to harken back to Lucas's original influence, Vietnam and the Vietnam War.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the things that's really interesting about the costume design in Rogue One is that the rebel soldiers are all wearing, bits and pieces of stuff wherever they can get it from. So it's like, it's not really an accident that some of them are wearing World War II helmets.
No.
And I'm sure if you go through and you look at all the helmets, you'll see that they just went, well, let's get something from the Vietnam War. Let's get something from World War II.
Yeah.
And that,
there's a famous, it's a black and white.
Let's get a dirt bike bib and put it on our shoulders.
Yeah. There's a famous black and white World War II movie. I can't remember the name of it, that Gareth Edwards took as an influence for a lot of the way he filmed the big fight scenes, particularly on Scarif in this movie. I forgot what it was called.
I think I know which movie you're talking about. I just blanked on the name.
Yeah. I watched too many interviews today.
A Bridge Too Far?
Dirty Dozen?
I don't remember.
No, Longest Day.
Guns and Navarone?
Yeah, I think it was okay. Yeah,
Longest Day. That would be my guess.
Yeah, that sounds...
Because Longest Day. Longest Day was very well critically received because they did stuff... It's an amazing movie.
And
it's not pleasant, but it's amazing.
This scene for him is particularly more powerful after Andor. Some of us have lived it. Now suddenly the rebellion's real for you. I've been living in it since I was 6 years old. Like, hits so much harder after watching Andor.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
I was hard pressed.
This movie was already a great movie, but after Andor, it's just elevated.
Words right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Right out of my mouth. Perfect.
It's too high. It's great.
I was gonna say I was hard pressed to think that this movie could get better.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It did though. It really did.
It really did.
All we needed is 2 seasons of backstory.
I know. Well,
yeah.
I mean, hey, listen, there's a lot of characters that they could still spin off from Andor that I would watch full length feature films or another 2 seasons or multiple seasons of shows for. I would watch a Clea show. Melshi is obviously not going to make it.
I want a season of Luthen just in the hospital.
Just laying there unconscious.
Yeah. This is amazing.
Oh my God. Look at that weird contraption they have on his chest.
I love this planet.
Just 43 minutes of Stellan Skarsgård breathing.
Yeah.
And then like right at the last 45 minutes or so, like 2 minutes before the end, just a nurse comes in and just presses a button, checks on him, and then walks out.
You're not wrong, Aaron.
Oh my God, that could be a new Star Wars Yule log, like the Darth Vader Yule log.
Yeah. Nailed it.
I watched. There's my Yule log actually. There, if you Google Nick Offerman Yule log, there's like an 8-hour video of Nick Offerman sipping whiskey, sitting in a chair in front of a fireplace, and he actually filmed it for 8 hours.
That's fantastic.
I think it's either 8 or 4 now. My brain is. Still, either one of those is impressive. And at some point, You can tell
I could sip whiskey for 4 hours.
Listen,
it's impressive.
He goes through a whole bottle like by himself.
Ooh,
he opens a second
fantastic.
bottle during the filming, and it's
got to be 8 hours then.
You can tell that he's fucked up at some point in the thing. His face is red. He actually almost giggles at one point too, because it's one contiguous shot too. Anyway,
is he like reading or doing something, or
nope,
is he
he's just sitting there, blankly staring, drinking. Yes, I know, it's a great scene.
It's Vader.
I know. See, this is a scene that I feel like they could have done a little bit more practically, and it would have felt better. That CG in the background, especially with Krennic standing there, it looks a little off.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I feel like Vader's popping off the background more than Krennic does, but
yeah, that's true. I didn't catch that until that scene where it just cut back to him.
And also, Krennic is tall.
Yeah, because Vader's supposed to be like what 6'9" or something like that.
I mean, it's interesting that Vader.
He got those leg extensions though. It's not real height.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. At any point,
Rendelson's only 5'11".
At any point, he could just bust out like an Allen key and make himself taller.
Yeah, he just he just stretches it out a little bit.
Yeah.
David Pross was 6'8", so that's how tall Vader was originally.
Yeah,
but I thought he was wearing boots and the helmet.
Darren, he just has a lever like an office chair.
Yeah.
It just
yeah. But I do love the fact that Vader's in this movie.
I agree, Gnome. It's not the CG. It's the lighting for sure. Like the lighting is making them pop off the background too much.
Yeah,
like right now, Vader looks
lighting
phenomenal right now, but he's in the darkness. Yeah.
Yeah. The lighting is off from the rest of the scene. Like it's a different lighting. It looks better there.
I approve of the Darth Vader.
This is better.
Making a pun.
Yeah. Fucking
Darth Vader telling a dad joke.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
How do you like the door closing, kind of like an old school Star Wars wipe on his face? The shadow goes across his face.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Jimmy Smith. What do you guys think about a Shamael?
Fairs is back. Fairs.
Okay, now wait a minute.
Also, I love this scene because in the end he's just like, "We're not doing it," and he leaves.
Yeah,
he's one of the factions that's like, "No."
So, are we looking at one of
just
the early
seeding
meetings
descent.
of the Forsaken?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, this is Shamael like fucking with the White Tower kind of thing.
Exactly.
You know, like it's him being like, I don't know if we should trust this lady.
I don't know if we should trust them. Yeah. You could definitely see Baron Selmy, whatever his name is. You could definitely see it in his face now. I can see it more him from Game of Thrones. Baron Selmy?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I like how they have all their different, like you said before, they all have all their mismatched uniforms and costumes and gear and stuff like that. I do like that.
You know, if I was Cassian Andor, or actually pretty much any of these other rebels that had been working for the rebellion for so long, I'd be kind of annoyed that these 2, 3, 4 senators who defected are now fucking running our show that we've been doing for years, and now these nobodies, well, they just happen to be elected or appointed as a senator. You know, these guys are now running us. No, that would annoy me if I was Cassian.
You got to remember. You got to remember. It wasn't like they're just now suddenly running things.
Yeah,
Mothma and Bail Organa, they've been running things from the beginning, just not openly and outwardly.
The other three,
actually,
though,
isn't Bail still hidden at this point? Like, he's still a senator, right? Like, technically, right?
Is he?
It would be like
he's when we left him with Andor, like, I'll stay to make sure this works. You go.
Yes. Yeah, Bail Organa never gets outed.
Him
really.
even being here is actually kind of crazy because he's like probably taking a risk just being in this room with all.
Absolutely, yeah. He never gets outed. Like they just destroy Andor. Alderaan. Sorry.
Yeah. Bail was on Alderaan when it was destroyed, which is not that far away.
Yeah. But he never gets outed or anything like that. They just destroy it.
Yeah. Which is amazing because Bale was there for like a bunch of stuff.
A lot of it.
Didn't say yay Empire. He was kind of like, well, I'm gonna run away.
Yeah. Well, they needed somebody always in the Senate, and he filled that role. That's the thing. The same thing about the other senators there. Like, they all had roles to fill, and Cassian understood that at the time. Like, he never wanted to be a leader in the rebellion.
Yeah,
there are people that
maybe
are
not so
leaders.
much him, but why are these politicians who were late to the show suddenly running the rebellion? And that's what
again, I don't. Where are you coming up with late to the show?
They're not late. They've been there the whole time. They've just been doing their thing.
It never seemed like there'd been that many of them before, at least until this movie. Just a lot of the books I remember, it was small. And then,
okay, well, books.
I don't know. I don't. To me, it feels like, say we had a rebellion in this country to fight the Orange Menace, and suddenly Bernie Sanders defects from the Senate and comes and tries to take over the rebellion.
It's not. That's different,
but,
though.
Having a politician coming in and taking over the rebellion is a military.
I would argue that isn't what happened.
I think all of these senators have their sections of rebellion that they've been running forever.
And
now that they're all like ousted or whatever, they're all in one place.
Exactly.
All together.
It
doesn't feel like I never got the impression that they were coming in out of nowhere taking charge.
If Bernie Sanders had been secretly funding the rebellion and sowing discourse within the Senate and, secretly making decisions on the rebellion the entire time, but, openly not, but still being a senator, and then all of a sudden he made a big speech and outed himself as a rebel, and then joined the rebellion as its leader, I would support it the same way Mon Mothma did.
But also, I imagine a lot of the rebellion leaders are like, maybe like all the soldiers that are working for them don't necessarily know who they're working for. The same way Luthen was running things, but probably less secretive than Luthen because he was crazy.
Exactly.
And
they have military generals in their.
I'm just saying, a lot of them are probably more open. Like Saul's like out. Like everyone that's working for Saul knows who Saul is. They're all working for him directly. But I assume a lot of the senators were hidden to a point.
It comes down to there are. I would
totally follow Bernie.
Me too, in the drop of a hat.
But also, you got to remember that in that council meeting that we just saw, the little factions were like, it's hard to tell because there's a big crowd.
Yeah,
there were little factions, and there's people standing behind the spokespeople, and they're not all getting along and agreeing.
No. Yeah. And that goes right up until the end of the movie. Like they're still arguing amongst themselves, amongst their separate factions.
Show up to help. Yeah.
Whether or not they're going to finally show up to help as one fleet. This is at the end of this movie is the first time the rebel fleet shows up as one cohesive unit like this. And having the separate factions and the different people in charge is one of the main themes of Andor. Like, the reason why Luthen is in the position he's in is because he can make the decisions he has to make and do the things he has to do. The reason why Mon Mothma is doing what she needs to do is because she is the person that is willing to make the sacrifices and the decisions that she
I love
makes.
that shot.
I think maybe the reason I have such an issue with it is that it feels very classist.
Well, I mean, that's
the ruling class.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to rebel now. We're going to go join the rebels who've already been fighting. The guys who are actually giving their lives, taking lives, and we're just going to take.
That's
we're
all
because because we were the senators, we were the rich and powerful.
That's not
people.
Why they're going there, though. I would argue that that's not their thought process. So it falls down to it. And I could see people having that argument, but it falls
like even
down
here,
to,
he's leaving to go back, isn't he?
Exactly. It falls down to this. It falls down to this. Not everyone can make the types of decisions that these people have to make. People think they can. You think you can, right. But when you're in the moment and you need to decide, think of it like when Luthen decides to abandon an entire faction of the rebellion. They have, I forgot the name of the general, but it was a bunch of X-Wings and a bunch of ships, and they decide to and they know that the Empire knows that they're staging an attack with those guys, but they allow the Empire to get that information and the information to be good so that they can keep tricking them. But they let all those people die. Luthen,
the kind of Coventry situation.
Yeah, but the idea is not everyone can make that type of decision. And the people that can make those types of decision tend to be politicians.
Yeah, otherwise we'd have from the Andor episode that Darren mentioned earlier, we just have a bunch of young idiots yelling over a table and then shooting each other.
Exactly. It's the same idea, and I use this talking point every time we talk about like the Wheel of Time and Rand, Matt, and Perrin. If Rand had to be the dragon because Rand is the only person. Exactly. I am a monster from Serenity. One of my favorite quotes. Rand is the only person that would have made the decision to save the world and sacrifice his loved ones. Perrin would have let the world burn to save Fail. Matt would have let the world burn to save Tuan, or even like someone that he was friends with. Like, I don't think he would have sacrificed the world. I mean, sacrificed any person close to him to save the world. Rand would sacrifice any amount of people that he had to if it was necessary for him to save the world. Mm-hmm. And there's not a lot of people that'll make those types of decisions, and they tend to end up being politicians.
I love this shield around the planet is so Spaceballs.
Oh, so Spaceballs.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's the type of code some idiot would have on his luggage.
I want to see an outtake from Rogue One where Blue Leader goes, "Did you try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?" Yes,
did you try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Yes, we have. I love that. Mel Brooks is coming back for.
Oh man, it's
Return.
High hopes.
Yeah, I'm sharing the link, by the way, for the watch party again in chat if anyone is not currently watching the watch party.
What I find more impressive about that isn't that he's returning, but that Rick Moranis is coming out of
retirement.
Coming back.
That was amazing.
Crazy.
Or out of physical act, because he's done a lot of voice acting.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Did he?
Yeah.
Has he?
Yeah, he's been doing voice acting since he quit physical acting.
He quit acting. He gave up physical acting so that he could be a father.
Yeah, his wife passed away, and he stopped acting so that he could take care of his kids and be in his kids' lives. But yeah, he's been voice acting pretty steady since he stopped.
Yeah, because you can do that from home. You can do that from home.
Why
a lot of voice actors do it.
Yeah. I think his last movie that he was in physically was Big Bully, I want to say. You remember that movie?
No.
It was I don't know why I loved that movie when I was a little kid, but I loved
it. It was
Tom Arnold.
Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves.
Him and Tom Arnold. Yes, Spaceballs the rewatch. I love it. Perfect.
So yeah, I just want to say that Glenn, I was trying to agree with you sort of because I really was like, I'm watching Rogue One the first time and they're having the council meeting where they're all kind of going, and I just am sitting there going, oh, God, please somebody get a baseball bat and get these people all to agree on something. It was just so frustrating. Realistic, but frustrating.
It is definitely realistic. I grew up, my best friend my entire teenage years was a revolutionary communist. Some workers' league, a Trotskyist union group. But he told me stories.
They have to argue so Jyn Erso can have a big
at one
speech.
point. One of the parties my friend was in was putting together some sort of manifesto statement, and they got into an argument about the placement of a fucking comma, and half the people in that meeting says, "Screw you, we're done with you," and they left.
Hey, listen,
because of a comma.
A comma can really
no,
change
because they
the
didn't have
meaning
any
of a sentence,
politicians to keep them in line.
Yeah. Fun fact. So Erin said she has seen Spaceballs as a reference to her not having seen Stargate and stuff. And Rapunzel, before you get too excited about that, she saw Spaceballs before she saw Star Wars.
But
that's insane.
I know.
But
she also saw Robin Hood Men in Tights before, and still has yet to see the Kevin Costner Robin Hood.
You gotta watch Prince of Thieves.
But what?
I know.
I actually know people who've never seen Star Wars, and that just kind of baffles. Well, one of them, it doesn't baffle me. She's 93, and a movie with violence in it would not be something she would ever have watched.
That's fair. Oh,
she just wants the one table scene with all the politicians.
Yeah, that's it. Bodhi, the Imperial pilot, the transport pilot guy. he filmed Scarif first. He said day 3 was his death scene.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
He said it was very interesting filming that first.
I have to
and then
say,
going back
yeah,
and
like
doing
that
the
must
other
be
stuff.
so. That would be so hard for me as if I was an actor. Like not doing my part linearly in my own brain I would never be able to do that.
Some of it though, but
it's
like
amazing how people can like, oh, I'm going to do the death scene first and then go back and film all this other stuff where it builds up the character. Like that's crazy.
I feel like that could be not easier, but it would help for like this character's
it
days
frees
are
you
numbered.
up. Yeah.
So it kind of beefs you up. I don't know. Like this character's
but
days
wouldn't
are numbered.
I mean, like
so...
as an actor, you'd get like time with the other actors. You kind of have like a camaraderie. Like it makes it mean more. It's I don't know, easier to cry or something later in a certain scene or whatever. Like.
Doing all this combat and high action first would definitely endear you to the other actors prior to doing like the
that's true.
quiet emotional scenes.
Great little story about that, Joe. For the filming of John Carpenter's The Thing back in the mid '80s, there was a production scheduling screw up, so the 12 actors sort of got forced to live together for a while before they started filming. So they had all of their interrelationships worked out before the camera rolled, and you can tell.
That's awesome. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
It helped make it the great movie that it is. Yeah. So I agree. My brain hurts when I think about like Tom Hanks in Castaway doing the fat filming first and then losing all the weight, or maybe it was the other way around. He had to lose a ton of weight because they couldn't film.
There was another movie.
Right.
There was another movie where they did that, and I can't remember what it was.
It might have been the one with Christian Bale.
If I remember,
loses all that weight.
I think it was
The
Christian Bale.
Machinist. Oh yeah,
Machinist, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of those transformations are just amazing.
That concourse there where they were just walking through, that's filmed somewhere in England. It's actually like a train station or something, if I remember correctly.
Interesting, because I was going to say, I always for some reason this doesn't feel like CGI. Like there's a lot of feelings to these scenes on Scarif. I always thought Scarif was really well designed because like it just feels real. Like it feels like you're there.
Yeah.
They went in at night. They would reset. They would go in it when ones are shut down. They would redecorate it, film all night, and then tear it all back so that it can be used during the day the next day.
The exterior stuff, like Scarif, is a lot of practical effect. They filmed this in the Maldives, so like
I was going to say, where is this?
A lot of the exterior stuff is just practical. Like obviously the giant fucking Space Needle thing isn't, but
most of the outside stuff is. Let's see, let me find it.
Aaron, you didn't see Castaway? I feel like we had to have watched that together.
We've got to
do some homework with your wife there, Tom.
Oh, you don't understand. I've introduced. She didn't see almost anything. So many.
It's the Canary Wharf tube station in London where that hallway is.
Okay.
That they were going through.
Oh.
I remember really. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Darren. No, go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
No. Yeah.
It was. I was going to say something stupid. I was going to say that the Rogue One drinking game is every time you see Melshi, you take a drink.
Oh, ouch.
Well, I've broken that rule a couple hundred times.
I made a drink too, and I haven't drank. I forgot that it was there.
I must need more.
Yeah, one of my favorite sort of actor physical transformation stories is Chris Evans in the after credit in Avengers, where they did it as a reshoot, but he'd already gone off to the next project. So he's sitting at the shawarma table like this.
He has a beard.
Beard.
Hiding his
mustache. No. The best one is when they just digitally took off fucking Henry Cavill's mustache and Zoomer.
Oh,
so
God.
bad. It was so bad. It's like they knew that movie was going to be terrible. Like, well, not that movie, but like all of the films were going to be bad. So they were just like, let's not try anymore.
For those of us who couldn't translate that through the snickering and snorting, could you repeat that fact again?
Henry Cavill in the Superman.
Cavill's mustache was CGI'd off in Justice League.
Okay. Yeah. I heard about that. Yeah.
He was filming Mission Impossible at the time. And I think they even like asked them. I don't know if it was like literally Tom Cruise that said no or anything, but like they were like, "Hey, can we have Cavill for like X amount of time for reshoots for Justice League.
And they were like, no.
But he was to shave his mustache or beard/mustache, whatever he had in that movie. And they were like, you can have him, but you can't shave his mustache off because that'll take too long for us to get back into production, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like they had to CGI his mustache off.
The Man from U.N.C.L.E. That's what it was.
Yeah,
I like that movie. That was a good movie.
I haven't seen it.
From U.N.C.L.E. He's clean shaven.
Yes, it is.
Mission Impossible. You're crazy.
I don't think he was in Mission Impossible.
He's in Mission. Are you insane?
He's in Mission Impossible. That's where he does the thing where he cocks his arms. Like
he does this. Whole, like,
I could have sworn he had that mustache for Man from U.N.C.L.E. I could have been wrong. Or what was that? The movie where he played the Russian? Where there was a Russian spy?
No, the other guy plays a Russian. Army Hammer.
Yeah, he's English in that too. When he reloading
the biceps.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Apparently that's just something that he does, like when he was like stretching his shoulders out, and he did that to like stretch his shoulders out, and the director loved it. They were like, can you do that?
They were like, that's amazing, do that
on the camera.
Yeah. Okay, so this guy right here who's talking to Mon Mothma, not the original actor from 1977, but the casting is perfect. He looks exactly like one of the there's a group of people in the original episode 4 that everybody refers to as George's college buddies, and I think that's apocryphal, but they just look like they're George's college buddies, and he's one of them, where it's like, he fell right off the set from Dark Star. The actor who plays that role, perfect casting.
Isn't it crazy how like they can find somebody like 40 years later to listen, you're spot on, or you're hired.
Listen, there's a lot of out of work actors. Hey, listen, you vaguely look like this guy. We need you to come on camera for 10 seconds and say something. Okay, no problem. It's in a Star Wars movie? Cool, no problem.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you, like, I assume there's people in Hollywood who on their resume it says, I look very much like Denzel Washington or something like that, right?
Can I reverse?
Oh, yeah.
See you later, man.
See you.
Oh, gosh.
I love that this is how, the rogue designation was invented.
Yeah. Very cool. And also, I feel like this, I'm going to go ahead and just in my head canon, this scene is inspired by the 1970s Battlestar Galactica episode where Starbuck and Apollo were making up call signs for groups of Viper fighters.
That's funny.
To just scare the Cylons into crashing into a planet.
Okay.
I've never seen all of that.
I haven't watched the old school one.
I haven't watched the old school one either.
I remember very vividly there's this one episode where it's just the two of them and their Vipers, and there's a Cylon base star coming, and they start going, Orange Squadron, come up from the other side of the Cylon base, and the Cylons panic and crash into the planet.
Okay.
It feels very familiar.
Oh, that is such a scary shot. The water.
I love that the smoke just doesn't obscure it for just a second. Like it's so good.
Oh yeah.
If you've ever been on the Rise of the Resistance ride at Disney, they have 2 life-size Imperial Walkers.
Wow.
In the ride. It's crazy. It's a little scary, like when they pop up over you.
I wonder if we could actually build one.
They are very big. Very, very, very big.
All right, where's Ghost?
You think I could get away with it with my HOA?
Yeah,
building one in my backyard.
Yeah, why not? Tell them it's I don't know. It's for security.
It's a storage shed.
Neighborhood security. No, it's got to be attached to your house,
it's
Joe.
Got my lawnmower in it.
Yeah.
I seem to remember that they took some of the unused footage from A New Hope, the attack on the Death Star, and intercut that in.
They did, yes.
Yep. It's not CG. It's outtakes from episode 4.
Yep. That's why you get the actual actors that played the original characters.
Some of them, yeah.
And also, where have we passed the bit where they explain how Luke becomes Red 5?
Oh yeah. He was originally supposed to be blue.
That yet. I think that's about to happen now.
He was supposed to be Blue Squadron.
In the novelization of the movie, he is Blue Squadron.
Yeah.
It's one of the changes Alan Dean Foster made. But then Ben is also Obi-Wan's brother. Or not Ben, but Owen is Obi-Wan's brother.
There's a Ghost, by the way.
There's Ghost.
Oh yeah, there's Ghost. Yeah.
General Syndulla.
They call General Syndulla's name out over the loudspeaker in Yavin too.
Oh.
Yep.
We just kind of we're talking through it because you know we're the worst.
Rebels is such a good show.
Oh yeah.
Rebels is by far one of my favorite Star Wars properties.
Absolutely.
You know, I didn't like when the animation went from Clone Wars to Rebels. I was like a little less. They just slimmed them down and like made them a little more cartoony than they already were, and I was like, I don't know if I like this. But man, that show gets so good.
Oh yeah. Well, and then when they got their budget for season 2,
what they did is they went back to the George. It went back to the Ralph McQuarrie designs.
Yeah.
Lightsabers,
for a lot of
how McQuarrie drew it. Yeah. Especially the lightsabers, because that's kind of how McQuarrie had originally drawn them, is the thinner blade.
Yeah. And the last 4 or 5 episodes of Rebels are some of the best, like, deep Star Wars storytelling. Just
it's really good show.
If you haven't seen it, it's absolutely worth it. It's
you know what it was like. The animation went like a little more childish, and then they introduced Ezra, and it's a kid, and I was just like, is this something I want to watch? But like later on, when you go back and watch it, also way better when they time jump a little bit. And he's a little
yeah. Did you catch
that show? Was like on that rough start for me, where I was just like, I don't know if I can get into this one.
Yeah,
and then of course when you watch it, you're like, this is amazing.
Oh yeah. Did you catch the little walkie-talkie communicator thing that Cassian is using? Is the same one that Luke and Han are using when they're in their stormtrooper armor. Yeah,
comlinks.
Yeah,
and almost looks like a code cylinder.
Yeah, it looks like a code cylinder that they're using.
Yeah, the moment where you see the stormtroopers and the AT-AT kind of walking together, I love that moment. Oh, this is awesome.
You just punched me in the face. Now I'm
it's
mad.
like he's mad.
I mean, there's a reason why those things. There's a reason why those things look like animals, and it works.
Yep. They look like predators.
Here comes the cavalry.
Yeah.
They were purposefully designed with the vision holes in the front of their face, like a predator, and like.
Yeah.
All right,
Sabine,
you guys.
Sabine
is that an AT-AT or an AT-AT?
AT-AT.
Oh,
no.
You mean how
That's
I say
shameful.
It's an AT-AT.
You say AT-AT or AT-AT?
I mean, I think
what do you call the little
interchangeably.
One? What do you call the little one?
ATS?
Scott Walker.
You don't call it an Walker. All right, so
no, it's a chicken walker.
Yeah,
it's a chicken walker.
Okay.
No, I don't. I just wanted to do that to mess with you, Tom. But yeah,
I call it an
AT. They've always been AT-ATs to me.
AT-AT.
Again, I don't think of them as like it's one way or the right way or the wrong way.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
George Lucas.
It's just interchangeable.
George Lucas actually famously had I use this line whenever anyone has pronunciation issues with anything in any property. But George Lucas had a really funny thing to say to an interviewer, like in the 80s, when I think it was when Empire came out.
80s.
They asked him like, "Oh, why does Lando say Han instead, and everyone else says Han Solo?" And he says,
Leia calls him Han.
People call him different things in the movie. Some people say Han,
sure.
some people say Han.
Oh, you said Leia. I'm sorry.
And he says, the galaxy's a big place and people have different accents. So that's
it's just like, is it common vernacular that you're saying, or are you like reading the designation of a thing? Like
exactly.
It's not like someone's going to or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they call him R2. I mean, it's short, or like they call him 3PO. Like that's not his full thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
AT-AT would just be like a group, a trooper on the ground might be like an AT-AT's coming or whatever. But I feel like an Imperial douchebag would be like AT-AT number 349, like kind of thing. I think it's just dependent on like what the situation is.
And Joe, you make a good point, because that is an important part of the Clone Wars story about the clone troopers.
Okay.
Because they were not going to go by CC 5787.
Yeah. There you go.
Dave Filoni was actually asked, and he said that both pronunciations are right.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think it's just like the situational, like, and depending on who's saying it, of course.
Yeah.
For me, it's
everyone's
mostly
gonna have
been
their
an
own thing.
age.
I don't have any. I don't care either way.
Oh, for you, it's like an age, like it clarifies like when someone became a fan.
Kind of, yeah. It tells me, how old of a fan they are, because for the longest time that's all it was AT-ATs, and then suddenly, I don't know, in the 90s I started hearing people say AT-ATs. I'm like, what the hell is that? I had to think for a second.
Don't they say AT-ATs in the movie?
Consistently would mispronounce it Tatooine, and it always made me laugh.
It does stand for all-terrain armored transport.
Yeah, of course it does.
And then there's the scout transport and several others.
This scene is one of my, like, when they show the Imperial fleet, I mean, not the Imperial fleet, the Rebel fleet and all the mismatched ships and stuff like that. It's the same kind of thing, like with the armor and the weapons and the clothes and the uniforms and stuff. I love how it's all mismatched, different sectors too. You have the Mon Calamarans and the Carillion ships and all the different, I love it.
Every AT was dumb, just saying, Noma said.
Oh, gosh.
Did you hear 4 Jedi?
I love ATs.
There's a lot of callbacks to the pilots.
There it is.
Yeah, that was the scene from one of the things. Like there's Porkins.
When they start listing out names of the projects, there's so many damn Easter eggs in this list.
Oh, so many.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Just boom, doesn't even look.
Yeah. Well, he's actually plugged into like the station now, so he probably knew the door was opening the second they chimed it to open.
It's a huge S-comp there.
All of this incredible technology, and he's got to run a hose reel.
I was just gonna say, I love that though. I love this ridiculous bullshit of him having to connect a cable and run around. Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
What did she just said? A couple of them. Mark Omega. Yeah, there we go. Stellar Sphere, Mark Omega. She said Pax Allura, the Black Saber, Cluster Prism.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised that one of them wasn't called the Dyson Sphere.
Yeah.
They could have snuck that in there, but those are all references. Yeah.
I love that he just stands up to explain himself and they just start
shooting him. Yeah.
Then those shore troopers, man, like, again, Rogue One did such a good job of, like, they invented a new trooper that we hadn't seen before, but it looks so good and it fits right in with everything like you'd seen before. And I just love the shore troopers are so cool looking.
Yeah.
So troopers. One of the Dark Saber, not Black Saber, sorry. One of the fan theories is that the one that she mentioned earlier, she says Stellar Sphere, and I think she refers to it as energy gathering project. She says that's the Star Killer base from the sequel saga. Because he's already building it. They have to already be building it, like right now.
Yeah,
for it to have been done.
Yeah,
I agree. No, Death Troopers were done.
Yeah.
They look scary, but I always thought they were kind of a weird addition.
I hope Casey Russo somehow backed up his memory before he died, and he comes back. I don't care.
The Death Troopers are kind of like they're trying too hard to make them look cool. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The Shore Troopers, I'm just like, loved it, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
and then Death Troopers are just like, you're trying too hard.
There was this great thing I saw recently. It's another one of those things I can't believe I never thought about this. But they basically showed a stormtrooper helmet, transparent enough that you could see the person inside of it, and the eye holes don't line up.
No. Most of the stormtrooper helmets,
up here.
Yeah,
like the ones that like the costumers are usually they have mesh parts like in the other parts of the other black parts of the face to see out of.
Yeah. And I seriously want to know if the 501st cosplay group was like, oh, more stormtroopers to do armor for, or if they were like, oh, damn, more stormtroopers to do armor.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Probably depends on the person. Yeah,
probably,
it depends on the member.
Yeah.
I don't even know what tie that
Imperial
what the fuck
Troopers.
tie is that?
Oh God.
I don't even know what that
remember
is.
my TIE fighters.
It's the.
I would one of these days. I hope to have a diorama set up with like a line, assembled stormtroopers, like 10 of every version of stormtrooper ever made, lined up, like in formation.
I have on my around my television out in my living room. We have a lot of the Black Series figures, and I have a stormtrooper, a clone trooper, a First Order stormtrooper, and they released a stormtrooper that's George Lucas. So it's got George Lucas's head and stormtrooper.
Oh yeah,
armor.
yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I mean, if we want to talk about toys,
I know.
we can go down a rabbit hole.
I
haven't had any Star Wars toys in ages.
Now
mine got stolen and sold to the local comic book shop.
That's sad.
Oh
yeah,
I'm sorry.
We have to beat somebody to death.
Yeah, it's stolen out of my closet by somebody who was living with us and my sister.
That sucks.
I didn't discover it until I went to the comic book shop to play Magic one day, and I saw my Wampa monster, that I had painted blood on its claws and its mouth, and I'm like, that looks
that looks weirdly familiar.
Yeah, that looks familiar.
Oh my god!
Got home, went in my closet.
That's a horrible way of finding that out.
Yeah,
I customized this figure. That looks insanely familiar to the blood pattern that I painted.
Right.
Oh man.
Well, their bong got broken that day when I
Merchandising.
found out they did that. So
if
she had a
Spaceballs
$60
2
glass bong, and I took it out and threw it on the concrete.
If Spaceballs 2 is not named The Search for More Money, I'll be very upset.
It's got to be.
If they don't have lunch boxes and all the stuff,
all the shit, yeah.
I want all the merch from the first movie to be like, Spaceballs 2, the lunchbox.
Yeah, the flamethrower. The kids love this.
Yeah, the kids love it.
Oops.
Also,
that's a hell of a hard drive.
The freaking hatch that she crawls out of is so like,
oh god, yeah,
old school Star Wars bullshit. I mean, Star Trek bullshit. Like, why is it opening and closing over and over again? Like, I don't remember if it gets. Wait, no, does it get shot? Now that I said that, like, and as I was saying it, I think it might get shot, and it does. I don't know. Okay, I might have just talked myself into that. Oh,
I've seen some conversation about whether Chirrut and Baze were a couple.
I could see that.
There was.
Yeah.
Why not?
I don't see any reason there's nothing that says they are, but there's nothing that says they aren't.
It says they're not. Yeah. I mean, other than the only thing that says they are is how much he cares about Chirrut. Like,
yeah.
Right.
But that could just be a platonic friendship love, or it could be, Joe, if you went out to a fucking thing like this, and you turned it on and then you died, I would cry just as hard as fucking Baze does over you.
Okay? Yeah.
I mean, but not if Glenn or Darren did, though.
No. Just you, Joe.
Wait, where did this conversation go?
I don't know. Apparently,
me and Tom are just expressing love for each other. That doesn't exist between us all.
Listen,
it's fine.
Apparently, I just got shot.
Joe and I.
If you got shot like Chirrut did, he wouldn't be as upset. It's okay.
Have like a 15 or 16 year history of late nights at JordanCon. Okay, so look at him. He's very, and the way he's holding him here too. Very lovingly.
But of course he is. He's his warder.
It really feels like Sam and Frodo to me.
And
again, but that's again, not saying that they're not. It's just
right. I'm not saying it.
I'm
saying
they are. Perfect.
Yeah, I just brought up the fact that I've seen conversations suggesting it.
Yeah, perfect.
Platonic with benefits, nice.
I mean, they do. They bicker like siblings, or they bicker like an old
married couple. Yeah.
I mean, it's both because it's the same.
It could go either way, bickering. And I like that it's open for interpretation. Like, they don't ever say one way or another. So, like, if you want to, and a lot of people put themselves in movies. So if you want to put yourself in it in that regard,
sure, yeah,
you can.
Yep.
One of my favorite things that a lot of actors and writers and directors and things like that say that is, once you produce something and put it out there, it's every person that takes it in, it's theirs.
Yeah, it's theirs. Yeah.
So you can put your own kind of spin on it, which
you can't have it back.
Totally approve of. Here we go. We get the maneuver.
I love this.
The Radis maneuver. Yeah.
Yeah. Also taken from Clone Wars.
Yeah. I just watched, you know the Adama maneuver, right? Season 3 of Battlestar Galactica. I just saw a version of that done on Strange New Worlds.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Is that the new season? I haven't watched.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to say it, but it was a very similar move that they did. I think this is my favorite calamari.
The Hammerhead
calamari.
I thought it was a wise decision to not go with Akbar.
Yeah.
They could have shoehorned Akbar in. They didn't have to.
Nah. Oh,
but also they need to kill this guy.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's sad, but it's also like it's similar to how Cyril was killed and like it's unceremonious. It's war. Yeah. That's what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a really great unanswerable.
Go ahead, Darren.
There's this really great unanswerable question from Andor, which is, was Cyril going to turn? And then he gets shot in the head, so we'll never know. I think yes, but
I think yes too, absolutely.
He was
putting the gun down as he got shot.
Yeah, it's definitely a tragic arc there. Joe, what were you going to say?
I just love the timing of everything at the end of this movie. It's like, so like he got the message out, he gets blown up. Like they're just like little, like Chirrut turns it on, he gets the message out. Chirrut turns it on, he dies. You know, like it's just the sequence of events that like anything that goes wrong in this entire movie, we don't get the rest of Star Wars. You know, because I just love like the linchpin moments in this last series of bits.
Yeah. And wars, some wars are won by somebody allowing themselves to die in order to make the whole battle, you know, to win the battle by making a sacrifice. There's this really great bit in the World War II in the Pacific where I forget the guy's name, but this guy was in an airplane. He was a spotter. He was trying to find the Japanese fleet.
Yeah.
And he did, and he ended up having to ditch the plane because he ran out of fuel because he couldn't make it back because he did his job so well. And he, right? I think it was the Battle of Midway. There was one pilot who he just ran out of fuel because he was not going to leave just because he ran out of gas.
Yeah.
He did his job and died.
Exactly.
So it's,
okay. The Emperor must visit this location because there are some railings here.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
the Emperor visited. This is where he lands if he visits.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't go down to the ground and then take a ground transport in. He lands up top.
His feet haven't touched terrestrial Earth since he became the Emperor.
Okay, now somebody out there
railing though, Glenn.
somebody out there.
It's one bar.
We need somebody to do their PhD in engineering on the Empire and railings and the disparate
and the lack of them.
The lack of them, the presence of them. It's like somebody needs to get out there and get their PhD in the Empire's railings.
I love this.
I'm sure it's a fascinating conversation. Oh God, speaking of engineering.
Yeah. Wow, we didn't design the ships to hit each other very well. It's like a sword. God. It just cuts the head off of the other ship. Antenna aligned. I'm glad they have Siri built into that.
Yep. Alexa, please upload the Death Star plans.
I think that's Krennic's personal ship.
That is, I looked it up. It's called a TIE Striker.
TIE Striker. Okay. Oh no, it's not Krennic's ship. Never mind.
Yeah.
I thought Krennic says send my guard out there when he said that, not hit. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
The Death Troopers.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say?
How did they get back down to the beach after this?
I
don't remember.
They take the elevator.
I mean, who are you?
They just take the elevator down.
Oh, okay.
They're just like, we're safe.
Yeah, everything's fine now.
Ground floor, please.
Yeah.
Okay, so also the other reason from the very beginning why we need Krennic to not worry about a little girl is because this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Not just that she's Galen Erso's daughter, but that he failed to find her.
Yep. If he did his job, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. This is his moment of failure.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap, I let Galen Erso's daughter get away.
Yeah, he had a lot of moments of failure for sure.
I think that's a pretty big one.
I mean, that's definitely pivotal for sure.
Very, very, very. You're right.
Yeah. Who are you? You sure you want to know?
Yeah.
And there goes the shield.
And there it goes.
Oh, it's just gorgeous.
How much does that cost to put a shield on a planet?
Billions and billions. Oh, it's a Linux system.
I was about
it's
to
just
say.
it's just the money they got from Gore from the spiders.
There you go.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so where's the fan film of the Gorleptopods in action?
Yeah,
we didn't get to see them in Andor. I want that. I want that fan film of the spiders from Gore. Okay, so now that we have seen Andor, their relationship is much clearer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I've heard people talk about, well, wait a minute, he's in love with Bix. It's like he's not falling in love with Felicity. Felicity is his sister. There's a lot of missing sisters in this story.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and
in his case, there
Cassian
literally
and
is a
Jin,
missing sister.
I took it as romantic when I first watched the movie, but only because I was probably reading too much into it. And when you watch it again, you're like, oh, I was clearly reading too much into it. It's not there at all.
Yeah. She is.
There's definitely some like strong feelings there, but it's not like it's on that level.
So
no, she's a replacement for what was her name? Casa? No, that was the planet.
The sister that died is what you're saying.
The
disappeared
or was never found. Rather, yeah.
Right.
The original line from Empire, or is it Return of the Jedi, when they say many Bothans died to bring us this information?
Jedi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lucasfilm clarified what that meant. They when she says specifically, many Bothans died to bring us this information, and it wasn't the plans of the Death Star, but because she never once mentions the plans. They say specifically, and this is a quote: the Bothans just provided information on the Death Star's current location.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
I love that it rips through the top of the tower. By the way,
it's a beautiful decision for it to hit the tower.
Yeah,
but
that's a Tarkin move. That's a Tarkin move.
Oh yeah, I mean he dropped a ship on a plaza full of civilians. That's
Where should we aim it, sir? Target the Scarif Tower.
Oh, and the reality of coming out of hyperspace when there are ships there and the transport is bouncing off the Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
Oh,
so good.
Thank you.
Beautiful. It was beautifully done. Not any Star Destroyer. Vader's Star Destroyer. Vindictus Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
When does he get Executor for episode 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. He loses the fight for the first Death Star and he gets promoted and gets a bigger ship. Wait, what?
Sounds about right. Sounds like a fascist dictatorship to me from everything I've seen in real life. Sorry.
Right.
It's his golden parachute.
So I said...
Has she had a falling out with Sinor or something?
I said, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, that Dave Filoni directed the Vader scene at the end of this. And I got that from Freddie Prinze Jr. because Freddie Prinze Jr. said in an interview that he did that. I think he was doing an interview for Bad Batch or something. I don't remember. And the same guy that he's like the creative executive for Lucasfilm. Like he's in charge. He's the Maria of Star Wars. He's in charge of the lore for Star Wars. He's the same guy that corrected the Bothan line. His name is Pablo Hidalgo. It's a great name. He debunked that and said that it wasn't Dave Filoni did not secretly direct this scene. It was the filmmaker who did it. So Humberto Gonzalez. Such a good fucking scene, though.
Pablo Hidalgo's had a lot of pretty cool stuff he's done with Star Wars.
Yeah, he's like the lore person.
Him and I'm trying to remember who the other one was. Keeper of the Holocron. That would have been.
I love that he's just in
Leland
the
Chi.
Yeah, he did that. That's so Anakin Skywalker too. He's so fucking extra. Yeah. He didn't need to do that.
Leland Chi. Yeah, Leland Chi is the other guy who's the lore expert for Lucasfilm.
Yeah. This casual lightsaber of the guy on the ceiling is amazing.
Yeah, behind the back.
I love it.
Yeah. I mean, these are good. Vader fanboys going, this is what should have happened.
Yeah. Listen, it should have.
But he's also like I'm on the fence on this. In episode 4, he walked in, everybody was intimidated, got out of the way, everybody was scared of him, and he just stood there and he looked menacing. He didn't do anything until he choked Captain Antilles to death. But it's like, like the costume designer just nailed it. You don't need him to do anything.
Exactly.
Just that right there.
But like, in our minds, we always imagine Darth Vader like that's why everyone's afraid of him. Yeah. It's because he can do stuff like that.
This alarm sound from Ben Burtt's episode 4 sound design made the 8-year-old in me go,
yeah.
Exact. It's perfect. And there she is.
There it goes.
Specifically, A New Hope, episode 4.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
Yay, Gareth Edwards.
So good. So
Tony
good.
Gilroy.
I loved it. Yeah, Tony, and of course, Tony
There it
Gilroy.
is, John Knoll.
Yep. John Knoll, that's the guy. That's the guy that originally pitched the idea. And when it was called Destroyer of Worlds, because it was a little bit more geared toward the Death Star.
Mm-hmm. They talk a lot about John Knoll.
I'm going to exit the watch party now.
Okay.
So if anyone is still watching, it may keep playing, but we are ending the watch party because we finished the movie.
There's an excellent documentary series on Disney Plus called Light and Magic. It's all about ILM. It's 2 seasons, and you learn a lot about. And John Knoll is one of the people they feature a lot of discussion with because his role he's played with an ILM for the last 30 years has been huge.
Yeah, he and the way he got into ILM is really cool. So he was 15 and he was visiting California with his dad, and he picked up a fucking phone book and looked up ILM in like 1979 or something like that, or something like that. And he called ILM and said, "Hey, I'm a model maker. I would like to work for you." And they were like, "All right, come by the studio." And that's how he started his career at fucking ILM. He didn't get a job then, obviously he was 15, but they kept in touch with him and he eventually became a model maker for ILM. And now he's like, big time executive producer there, which is pretty freaking cool.
It's amazing. One of the Y-Wings I've got back here on this shelf is an Adam Savage design.
Oh, that's cool.
Completely on accident. I was watching Adam Savage's Tested and he told the story about designing that Y-Wing. And I went, wait a second, and
I've seen that before. It has the same blood pattern I painted on my Wampa.
Oh, that's so nice, Darren.
I'm right here. I could just repeat it.
I know.
Whatever. It's so weird seeing him put anyway, whatever.
No, that's cool.
The Star Wars has been a fucking part of my life since I was like, I don't even know, 2 or 3. I want to say.
As long as I can remember. For me, I was 4.5 when it came out.
My aunt loves to. I think my aunt has told this story to Erin before too. My aunt loves to tell the story of like when I was a little kid, how like I would tell everyone the entire plot and story to Star Wars. Whenever like I met them when I was a little kid, like whenever I went to like a family party, I would be like, "Have you seen Star Wars?" And then I would be like, and when she tells the story, she loves the part when it gets to Darth Vader, and then she acts out like I did when I was a little kid. She does the breathing and everything. You have to know my aunt for it to be funny, but it's really, really good.
I saw A New Hope when it was brand new in the theater at the age of 8. I am very, very happy to be exactly the right age for Star Wars because I had gazillions of the action figures and the toys. I had teen magazines with George Lucas interviews in them, which
That's
unfortunately did not survive. I'm like,
No.
"Arr." But I had the TIE Fighter playset, and that TIE Fighter was like, it was ginormous.
It's big.
And
Yeah.
it was a big thing. It would take one of the not the 12-inch action figures, but whatever the Star Wars action figures.
Yeah, the ones with no articulation. Yeah.
Right, exactly. You could put those in, and it could pilot. It could sit in the seat. That's how big the TIE Fighter was.
Yeah.
I remember vividly.
That's why they made them small so they could make the ships.
And it worked because the ships were awesome. I took my TIE Fighter completely apart, completely dismantled it, put it. I borrowed some of my father's tools and put it all back together, and everything still worked. But I had some spare parts left over.
Oh,
that's all right. You didn't need those.
Anyway. I still have it somewhere, but it's not in good shape. But I had the Millennium Falcon, play set where it was huge. It's like this big.
It's pretty big. Yeah.
It was really big. Yeah.
And it had the pegs where you could have your characters stand and everything. The top came off, the cockpit opened up.
Oh,
had the turrets on the top and the bottom. There's even a button on the side that would make noises. I don't remember what the noises were, but
pew, pew.
Yeah, I had that. That was fun.
Those action figures, they had those weird holes in the heels.
Yep.
And it was so that you could put them down on the pegs in the playset.
They still most action figures come with those, even if they don't have stands with pegs on them, just in case. Like even now, like action figures and stuff have those. It became like a default thing to put on them, and I think the first toys that did it were the Star Wars toys.
Yeah, because G.I. Joe had them too. I think when those started.
G.I. Joe, but later,
yeah, those were the later ones. Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
God.
So, I showed you guys what movie we will be watching next week, but one of the new things that we need to do is decide what TV show we're going to watch next. So up on the Dragonmat socials, I think now, or Aaron might have posted it a little while ago, soon is going to be the polls to watch what show should we watch next. And these are the shows that we decided to put up for our poll for this year. So this is what everyone needs to go vote on to decide what we need to watch next. What do you guys think? What are your choices for this? Darren?
Go ahead, Glenn.
No, you go first.
I haven't finished Ironheart.
I loved Ironheart. Go clockwise from Darren.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, pick one. Out of those four, what would you choose?
I would choose Ahsoka because I'm still
on Star Wars.
On Star Wars. So when after Andor, like the first episode of season 2 of Andor, my Star Wars brain just must absorb. I watched everything again. I watched all of the movies again. I burned through Clone Wars, Bad Batch. I'm halfway through Rebels. Just wanted to do it all over again, and I have. So I haven't rewatched Ahsoka. So I'm gonna vote for Ahsoka.
That's good. Okay. And they're filming season 2 right now. They started filming season 2. I'm very excited. What about you, Joe?
I'm excited for that too because Ahsoka was great. Also, phenomenal character. X-Men 97.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be your answer. I didn't think it was even a question. I loved 97. It was so good.
It was.
What about you, Glenn?
It's such a love letter to the old cartoon.
Oh yeah, and the 90s in general.
I gotta go. If we're sticking to the idea of rewatch, I'd have to go Ahsoka because that's the only one I've actually seen of those four. I've never watched Wednesdays. I've seen a few episodes of X-Men 97 and the first episode of Ironheart, and I haven't gotten past that.
Okay. I really enjoyed Ironheart a lot. I watched it all 2 weeks ago. I liked it a lot. I'm excited to see how they fit her into the rest of things. I'm looking forward to seeing her make cameos or pop up in a suit somewhere in a movie or something like that.
That'd be cool.
Yes, I finished. I got to be up on top of stuff, Aaron. You're dragging your feet. It's all right. I'll rewatch it. I love you. X-Men, I've seen all of the shows that are on there. Wednesday was great. Jenna Ortega's fucking fantastic. I loved the first season of Wednesday, and I'm excited for season 2. I love that they got what's his name? When her parents show up at the end of Wednesday, when Gomez and Morticia show up. Shit, I forgot his name.
Are you talking about who plays Gomez?
Who plays Gomez? Yeah.
Oh, what's his name?
I forgot his name. He's great. He's such a good fucking actor, and that version of
Luis
Gomez.
Guzman.
Was it?
Yes, Luis Guzman. Yeah.
Luis Guzman. Yeah. He is more of the like original version, like hand-drawn comic version of him too.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I got a picture of him because he's fantastic.
Guzman's a great actor.
Oh, such a good actor. My favorite role of his, though, absolutely, hands down, anger management with Adam Sandler.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
It's the best.
I like him when he plays himself in Community.
Oh, okay, that's also great. Yeah, so there's their depiction of them at the end of the film. I mean, he's even got the pinstripe suit on, like he does in the old school comics and stuff.
You got it.
I hope we see more of the family, not even just like Morticia and like Pugsley and them, but like the extended family.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to see Cousin It and like weird versions of them. So I'd be excited to watch really any of these shows, which is by design. But yeah, so make sure to go and vote. Yeah, make sure to go vote. Let us know what you want to watch, because that's the point of this. If you don't want to watch it, it's difficult. Why would we do this? So yeah, pick the show that you guys want to watch. One day people will choose Ahsoka. I've been trying. I think this might be the third poll that I've done.
Oh, really?
What you should do is you should put Ahsoka with what was that really bad one with the kids?
Skeleton Crew?
Place with Skeleton Crew. Put it
Goonies
with
in Star Wars?
Crew, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Visions, and then people will probably pick Ahsoka.
I watched Skeleton Crew with my kids. I loved it.
I loved it
was so
too.
much fun.
Now, see, if I would probably have had more fun if I had kids to watch with. I don't hate it. It just, I don't think it wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be.
It was fun getting them into like a Star Wars property that kind of like was obviously more kid centric, but it was still fun.
Yeah, it was very kids. Yeah. I gotta say,
I enjoyed it a lot.
It's worth it to watch Jude Law be really good.
I was about to say,
I agree completely. Yeah.
Jude Law acting is worth it for that.
Yeah,
and he crushes it.
Out of every single Star Wars thing, even the movies, even the latest, the end of the trilogy, like the sequels, it's one of the only Star Wars things that has a consistent main character that's an alien, that has a speaking role,
true, yeah.
That's in every episode, that's in almost every scene. That's all I want out of Star Wars. Like we haven't in Acolyte, in Obi-Wan, in this show. There's no main character.
Acolyte,
that's an alien.
There felt like there was a huge absence of that. They could have easily just had somebody there.
Why? Like I understand like that the makeup and stuff like that is expensive to do, and not everyone was. But come on, it's fucking Star Wars. Like there's so many aliens.
More aliens.
Why is everyone fucking human in Star Wars? This is the thing that makes me angry. I want a main character to be a non-superhuman, like Twi'lek is a cop out because it's too human. I want something completely not human looking.
Yeah.
Give me more Deveronians.
Yeah, a Deveronian. I mean, that's still a little
We've had a couple
human-esque,
of them.
but
I mean, at the end of episode 9, where they had that gigantic slug thing with the great big eyes that was working on the Millennium Falcon?
Yes.
And I was like,
Claude.
Yeah, me too.
Claude who has no limbs.
I would like a Rodian or a Nautilin or like a Mon Calamari or an Ithorian.
I still want a Bothan. We have yet to see a Bothan.
I think the only time,
and you won't, because they're all dead.
All of them are dead. I think the only time that we've ever seen Bothans is in Star Wars Galaxies or like some of the other video games. I don't think a Bothan has ever been in anything, right?
Not on screen.
No, that's not true.
Not on screen or in a comic book. No,
that's not true. There's a Bothan Jedi Master in Clone Wars.
What do they look like? Are they humanoid?
No, they're like dogs or cats. That's what they are. They look like dogs. Or here, I'll find it. I'll get a picture.
They're furry mammalian anthropoids.
Yeah.
Kai Hudora.
Was that his name from?
Is the Moth and Jedi Master.
Yeah, I knew he was. That he there was that.
He
guy,
survived Order 66.
Yep, he gets killed later though. You actually see him in.
Don't they all?
Well, yeah,
all the Bothans die. We all know that.
What's the fucking Bad Batch? I think no. Is it Bad Batch? No, the one with all of the. It's so mixed up in my head.
The one with the clone troopers that are.
No, the one where we see where they go to the Inquisitor's base on that planet. It's like where all the Inquisitors go. It's underwater.
Isn't that Rebels?
Oh,
is it Rebels?
No, that was
Maybe
an
it's
Obi-Wan.
Rebels.
That's an Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, it's Obi-Wan. Yep, it's at the end of Obi-Wan. They go to there and they go into that underground facility and there's all of those Jedi and he calls it. He's like, no, this is a tomb. And there's like a bunch of people in like stasis around him.
Yeah,
you see that Jedi Master in the stasis pod there. Okay. In that scene. So he's dead, which is sad. But so he's like all Bothans. So this is what they look like in Star Wars Galaxies. I mean, it's a good representation of them, but it's a good representation of them in that it looks like Bothans look like, but it's very outdated, I would say, for like graphically wise, but like look at this face. Look at the faces. They're so bad.
Interesting.
But this is
horrible.
It's Star Wars Galaxies. This was character creators in Star Wars Galaxies. It was great. I loved Star Wars Galaxies a lot. I played the shit out of it.
I like the one in the comics better. I would just find a couple pictures from comics because I was wrong on that.
I lost weight.
I haven't read enough of it yet. I haven't.
Because I forgot to eat. That's how much I played that game.
A ringing endorsement.
Yeah, it was a very good game. I was sad when they shut the servers down because you had like player housing and stuff in that. So finally, when they shut the servers down, everything went away. But anyway, what about you guys? What do you guys got going on? Darren, I know you're going to be at a ton of conventions and stuff coming up.
Yeah, Dragon Con is coming. It's less than a month. I got my first draft of my tentative schedule for Dragon Con, and I'm gonna work on getting some more gigs there. That's gonna be fun. Gosh, what else?
Are you like particularly excited for? Any particular panel that you're gonna be on?
Oh boy, I'm going to be. That's a very good question. You're welcome. Not yet. Okay. I off the top of my head, I'm trying to remember what I got assigned to do. It's late on the East Coast. I'm just excited in general because I just always get to do a lot of fun stuff, and I always get to talk to a lot of great people. It's always nice when I see a famous author on a panel with me, and I get to fanboy a little bit. So that's just that general pre-excitement of what's about to happen is where I'm at.
Darren, right, find the loudest party, and I'll probably be around, and we can hang out.
Okay. All right.
I was just about to ask, are you going to go there this year? Because you guys should meet up.
I should. Yeah. So let me say for the record, if anybody gives a crap at this point, is that I'm an attending professional, so I'm in the schedule.
Yay! So look
that's
up
the
Darren
easiest way to
M.
track
Bush.
me down at Dragon Con is the actual schedule.
Yeah. What about you, Joe?
Chwatcast is doing the Eye of the World comic book right now. We're covering. Oh, that's tomorrow's episode. We're doing chapters 5 through 7 of the volume 1. But it's pretty fun so far. We're having a good time. It's really fun reading through the same old thing, but in a very different way.
Yeah,
I would say.
The comic book is like it's if you take the Eye of the World book, the Eye of the World audiobook with Kate and Michael, the Eye of the World audiobook with Rosamund Pike, and the Eye of the World comic book, it's 4 very different versions of the same thing, but if you go through all of them, you get a different experience with them. It's very good.
It's really fun. It's fun seeing the character designs and all the artwork, of course, you know. And then you know, very obviously, very quickly went like, "Hey, this is a good way to interpret this for a visual medium television shows."
I really love
without
really
missing
love
anything.
The art in the comic books too. I thought I had one of the comic books sitting behind me, but I guess I don't.
Yeah, they've been talking a lot about the art on their show.
Which one's this? Oh, this is New Spring though. It's one of the New Spring comics. Same artist though. I really do love the artist that did the inking for these. They're great.
Yeah. Chase Conley does volume 1.
What do you guys got going on over on What the Adaptation?
Right now, What the Adaptation is actually on a short break right now. We had something we were going to do, but that kind of fell through. Right now, though, a couple of them are working on getting some more movies and books under their belt because we're going to do some movie reviews coming up soon. I'm not sure exactly when Bill and Max are starting it back up. Not Trust to Half-Life, the channel I do with Bill, where we reread books from the first half of our life. We're getting some discussions, some panels recorded and in the can, and then getting edited, and then we're going to start releasing those. But for that, we've got the Drista Worden trilogy coming up, and Stranger in a Strange Land coming up as well. So, and hopefully more after that soon.
I haven't read I'm a bad nerd. I haven't read all of the Drista Worden books. I've only read like one or two.
Neither have I. I've read maybe 5 or 6 books with Drist in it. So
they're a little fan service. Fan service is a bad word. They're a little wish fulfillment-y for me. That it's just. I wasn't a huge fan of a lot of the.
I read a lot of the Dragonlance back in the day. I never got into the Forgotten Realms stuff. Really.
Neither, yeah.
Yeah.
I read like 1 or 2 Forgotten Realms books, I want to say.
I read a lot of Dragonlance. I've never played in Dragonlance though, which is kind of weird. I've read it. I've a lot of Forgotten Realms and only read a little bit of it though.
Okay. Well, cool. So yes, make sure to go and find everyone's, all of the things and do the follows and the likes and the subscribings and all of those things. If you haven't already and you would like to, Dragon Mount has a Patreon. We've recently reintroduced all of the tiers and all of the rewards for everybody. We will be releasing a new Mafo answer coming up soon. I figured a good time to do it would be when we start our new show. So we're going to do our August new Mafo answer for August when we start our new show, which is 18th. I want to say August 18th should be when we start the new show, because next week is the 11th, and 18th. I know how to count. Simple math, not too difficult for me. Thank you very much. The nuns would not believe me, but here we are now.
How do your knuckles look?
I got scars on there from the nuns. Capital punishment was allowed when I went to that school. So yeah. Fun fact, I don't know if anyone is aware, just in case anyone wants to, look into trying to cure dyslexia and ADHD, beating it out of the child does not work. Just, they tried, didn't work.
Yeah.
Didn't work. Anyway, don't worry. I have therapy this week. We'll be fine. That's all I have for everyone. So with that, say goodnight, Joe.
Good night, Tom.
Yeah.
Night, everybody.